I know they need to go outside. What happened? Why did TikTok change again? Wow. Keep changing. Hello, everybody. Happy Tuesday. I hope everybody's having a beautiful Tuesday evening. Just as a heads up, if your app has not updated, your TikTok app, just letting you know there is an update. So everybody coming on through, let's start double tapping the screen and share the live. I mean, I genuinely don't want kids. I'm not gonna ever bring you up onto my live. So the fact that you even keep trying is funny. Hola, everybody. They just changed the entire shit to over on TikTok Studios. You know what? I know what's going on. We need to update the app over here. Hello, everybody. Happy Tuesday. I hope everybody's having a beautiful day or evening thus far. Hi, Luisa. Thank you, Maddie. Thank you guys for coming back. Let's start double tapping the screen and sharing the live. I don't think so. Guys, I'm going to swipe out real quick. I had to do a reset, baby, because y'all may not see me, but y'all can hear me. Real quick. Let me see here. Let's see here. One moment. One moment, guys. Maria, download Sports U. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate it. Yeah, I figured y'all could hear me, Maddie. That's what I was trying to say. Y'all can hear me? I hope y'all can hear me. Hola, 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 everybody. Let's start double tapping the screen, share the live, all that good stuff. I'll bring you right on up, Maddie. As soon as we get this the show on the road, we can get opposition up in here. I got you, friend. I didn't miss you, baby. I'm not ignoring you either. Everybody over on the tube. Let me see if I have anybody on the tube. If y'all didn't see me, my apologies. I apologize for that. Okay, wonderful. So we don't have anybody yet. I see. So just saying. Everybody come on through. Let's start to double tap share this live. Is my mic quiet? Really? Hold on. It's in and out. It's probably because of me going in and out. I don't mean to. I just don't want to get too close to the mic because then I'll mess it all up and then I'll have an echo and all sorts of shit. But I'll try to. Let me see if I can get a little closer to the mic. I'll make sure like I'm 4 inches away from it. Is that better? Working bum? Can you hear me better? Right back to you. Oh, it's sad. But at the same time, Dolly Parton did live her life, She did live her life to the fullest. I'm happy for her. But may she rest in peace. Let me try to go in. Can y'all please let me know if I'm on the FYP? I don't know why. Hello?
Doctor.
Why are you
To
obsessed with
accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Doctor? Why are you so obsessed in trying to call me?
What's up? How you doing today?
I woke up with a pulse. I'm grateful. Thank you for asking. So go ahead and
Listen,
introduce yourself, age, date, and who you voted for. That way people know who you are.
I'm a Trump supporter 100%. I don't regret my vote. I think it's a great thing for the country. And just let you know, I'm really not trolling. It sounds like I'm trolling, but I just see a different perspective than what other people, than what the other side thinks. And
Yeah, last
maybe
time
you guys can just hear us out instead of demonizing us.
I'm not
It'd be
demonizing
really wonderful.
you. It's just that every time I
It,
asked you to provide me a source, oh, I was Maddie. Thank you for the feedback, baby. I appreciate you. It's just that every time I asked you to give me a source, you didn't provide me a source.
so there's a reason why I can't provide you a source, and I just want you to hear me out. Okay, I see something that's different from what you see. If scientists told you that the sky was green and you look up and the sky is really blue, which one are you going to believe?
Believe my own eyes.
Right, you're going to see with your eyes. So if I'm telling you, hypothetically speaking, well, not hypothetically speaking, but a common sense thinking that an open borders would be the easiest way to steal children, to abduct children. What is it from the drug cartel in Mexico? It's pretty obvious that that's would be the case. I can't provide you evidence, but I can provide you common sense. Does that make any sense?
What about the cartel? I mean,
Well, I'm assuming that they would abduct children, right? They would abduct their children and have the families come over and work for low minimum, for low minimum wage, and the drug cartel would get a portion of that. I'm just
that's not
I'm
how it
just
works.
guessing.
That's not how
I'm
it
just
works, though.
I'm just guessing, but I just know that there are children being abducted from all over the world, and they come through America too as well. But that's just my common sense thinking.
Real quick, Maddie, he won't be able to hear you, but I am going to fix it up to where callers can hear my TikTok guest, and then TikTok guests can hear the callers, and y'all can communicate as well. So I'm going to work on that probably tonight because I know that you guys want to say something so much to the callers. But okay, but that's not really how it works. So when it comes to cartel, so like cartel's not going to come over here and try to tax us here. Um, in the US. They're gonna tax
Are you
people in
are you
the
in the drug cartel?
Why the fuck would you ask me something like that?
Because if you're not in it, then you're not credible in it at all. You're reading it along the side with everybody else.
What if I
You
told
don't
you
know.
that what if I told you that my family member was investigating the cartel?
Well, but still, you're still not
What if
in the
I
drug
told
cartel. You don't
you
know it.
I'm not saying
You,
I'm in it. What if I told you I lived in Laredo, Texas and I was well aware of what was going on?
You are just a representative of a small portion of the
Sure
drug
is,
cartel.
Cassie. Yeah,
But I'm
that
just
would just
giving you
be
one
yeah,
example.
that would be just that would just be the southern part
Uh,
of the Mexican cartel. Absolutely. It doesn't speak for all cartel members. Yeah, I agree with you on that.
yeah, but that's all I'm saying is that us MAGA people, we see something different, and it's
We know
you're
that.
saying we're we're trying to help your empathy. You have a large amount of empathy for human beings, and we are trying to protect Americans from a danger that you can't see. You can't see the danger because you have empathy for all human beings, but you fail to realize that all human beings are not good people.
That's called humanity, okay? Like for
I know
instance, my
I
father
have
was
it too.
never my father was not in my life, right? But when I went to go see my pops, okay, it was literally he was immensely sick, okay? Almost to his deathbed. I took him into my house and I took care of him and stuff and I helped him get better. Mind you, he was not in my life active in my life. But because I know he was a human being and no human being should go through that without somebody helping them out because he didn't have anybody who gave a fuck about him. That's why I helped him.
Right.
So my thing is, you want to talk about empathy. Um, what my thing is that you all cannot see. Yeah, Sabrina, parrots all the way. Exactly, Sabrina. You all, you MAGA people, okay, do not want to open your eyes to the reality of the cruel and unusual punishment that people are faced with on a daily basis in these detention centers. So,
Well,
and that's again
uh,
going against one of our amendments. The United
so
States is
I'm
not to
gonna.
practice cruel and unusual punishment.
So I never told you I used to have a Democratic mindset. I voted for Trump for the first time in 2024. I'm actually an independent. I'm not registered a Republican.
Okay.
But what how I see it is that yeah, we do have empathy for those people, but the job has to get done no matter what.
What job?
Period.
Like, oh,
The
immigration reform? Yeah, I agree, but that's not happening.
yeah, okay, well it still has to get done no matter what. We still have to get these people out. First of all,
How are we going to get
first
these
of all,
people out if our immigration reform, if we don't have any immigration reform? We're not going to be able to get these people out like you think. Like, you all have this illusion that people are just being picked up and then they're being sent over to their country of descent. That is not how things work. First of all, they have
oh,
the right to due process. Okay. They have to give them the right to see a judge. One.
ma'am, they're not
Two,
American
doesn't
citizens though. That's
matter.
what you gotta
Then
understand.
point me
It
in the
does matter.
yeah, no, it doesn't. Point me in the direction where it states in the Constitution that you have to be a U.S. citizen in order to have due process. Can you do that for me? I bet you can't. Because it doesn't exist. It says all.
Ma'am,
It says all persons on U.S. soil have the right to due process. All persons. Why do you
ma'am,
think? No, sir, you don't know.
you don't,
No, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't even know the law of the land. You don't even know
it's,
you don't even know your own law of the land, and you have the nerve to come up here to talk about it.
it's because I don't care. I'm not obligated
Oh,
to care about that.
you don't care about the Constitution.
No, why would I care? I don't know everything about the Constitution.
Every American is obligated to the Constitution. It's called "We the People." It's the first three words of the
Okay,
Constitution.
okay, but that don't mean I can memorize it by now. Do you know the 15th Amendment right now?
You don't have to memorize it. At
Say it,
least know some of
say
it.
it off the bat right now.
I don't. I'm not gonna say the 15th Amendment.
Exactly. So why are
I
you
think it
criticizing me
is.
for not knowing it? Because
I'm talking about the easiest shit ever to know. The whole thing. I mean, I'm sure you've heard liberals bring up the 14th Amendment so many times. Why haven't you taken the time to go look at the 14th Amendment?
I don't care. It doesn't pertain to me. Or maybe
It
it
does.
does, but I don't care.
It does pertain to
I don't
you
care.
significantly.
Okay. Okay.
We know you don't
I don't know
care.
about it.
We know you don't
Listen,
care.
why don't you let me? Why
That's
don't
why
you let me?
you're supporting a dictatorial individual. Is that what we're about now? The United States? Are we about like having a dictator as a leader? Is
Why
that what
don't
you
you?
want?
Why don't you tell? You don't, because you don't realize how
Do
big
you
this
want
issue
a
is.
dictator as a leader?
You know, maybe
Maybe.
at this point, yes. At this point, you
At
don't
what
realize how
point?
big this shit is getting. Let me
At
ask
what
you
point?
something. Whatever it takes to fix the country, it's so bad. You
To
don't realize
fix the
how bad this
country.
country is.
How are you going to tell me
How
I
bad this.
don't realize it?
You don't. You don't realize how big this
No,
shit is.
you
It's
don't
bigger
even
than what
know.
you think it
You don't
is.
even know the. You didn't even know that the Constitution started with "We the people." Thank you,
Okay.
Suprema.
What, okay, I understand that it's we the people. That's not the fucking point.
It is the fucking point.
No, it's not. I'm
Yes,
telling you
it
my
is.
perspective.
I don't care about your
But you don't.
perspective. I don't care
I
about your
know.
opinion. I don't care.
I
You're
know.
entitled to have one.
I know.
I just don't care about it because you
I
are on
know.
a political live. So
Ma'am, you are living.
your fifis, your
Ma'am, you
thoughts,
are
your
living
wish
in
I
a
woulda,
bubble.
coulda,
You are living
wouldas.
in a bubble.
No, you are. You don't even know what the law of the land
Je-
meant. Literally,
I used to be a Democrat.
these are literally questions that are asked by immigrants to pass the test to
I
become a
used to be a
U.S.
Democrat.
citizen. I don't give a
I used to
fuck.
hate Trump.
I don't give a fuck.
I know. Have you ever been
I
a
don't
Republican?
care. I don't fucking
Have you
care.
ever been a
This is
Republican?
not a Republican Party. This is a
I
MAGA
know you've never
party.
been. You're in a
This is a
bubble.
cult. No, you take off the orange shade, step out of the
I was
orange
I
box, and
I was
realize that
literally
there
in the
is no
Democratic
box.
Party.
I don't give a fuck.
I know you don't want to hear what we gotta
I
say.
don't
Well,
fucking care.
you want to silence us.
What you have to say is fucking just
I
cult
know.
bullshit. Listen,
No, we're
we don't
only trying
have
to help you.
listen,
We're only trying to help
we
you.
don't have a
That's it.
leaving liberal.org. We don't have a leaving democrat.org, but you guys have a leaving maga.org. That should like scream volumes to you. Okay, the fact that there's a leaving maga.org.
Okay. What does that even mean? I'm independent.
Congratulations, you're part of a cult.
So are you.
How?
You want me to prove it?
What am
I'll
I
prove it.
parroting? Who do I parrot?
I'll prove it.
We all are the ones that common sense that you're just parroting everything that the orange vote. You're just let me tell you what happens is that you decide to be ignorant and you decide to not educate yourself and be informed. So therefore you have been manipulated to the fullest. And I could see how
I,
easily you could be manipulated because you're so uneducated and ignorant.
ma'am, I can prove that you're being manipulated.
I don't care about your proof of me being manipulated. You don't even have proof of
Hello, hello.
anything else.
What do you think about Chuck Schumer?
I don't have any. I don't have any. Uh, I don't have anything to say about Chuck Schumer
Why not?
because I don't.
Why not? You don't like Chuck Schumer?
Because I don't have anything to say about Chuck Schumer.
What about Hakeem Jeffries? How do you feel about him?
I don't have anything to say about Hakeem Jeffries. That's what the people voted for, and that's what they got.
Just give me an opinion on what you think about Chuck Schumer.
I'm not here to give opinions. I'm here to give facts.
What's the point of the call-in show? I feel like the only reason you have this call-in show is so you can beat up on us.
It's called a debate, bro. If you can't come up here and
You
debate,
don't
I
debate.
don't
You
care.
don't.
No, you
You
don't
don't.
debate.
You
You tell
don't.
me,
You
how do you
think
feel about Chuck Schumer? How do you feel about Hakeem Jeffries?
I'm just
How do
asking a
you care
question?
about it? I don't care. I'm not here to give you my
There you go.
opinions, and nor do I care about yours.
I'm just letting you know your reality is gonna burst in the midterms. Your reality is gonna burst. You're gonna have a reality check. You're gonna have a reality check. And you guys are gonna be confused. You guys are gonna be so confused of what's going on.
Okay, so I don't know, I guess you have a bubble. I don't know.
Let me guess. How many you guys think there's just no Trump supporters out there? You think that Trump is gonna lose the midterms? You don't realize how unpopular you You don't realize how unpopular Democrats are. It's basically an insult to be a Democrat.
I don't think that we're trying to be popular or unpopular. I don't give a fuck.
I know you don't. You're gonna be a loser
But
party.
I have heard a lot of Trump supporters that come up here and they are not happy with the Iran war. As a matter of fact, polls say that they do not support Trump right now due to that.
Okay. That means
Okay.
nothing. Listen,
That means nothing to
listen.
you because you're just a freaking dodo head. You don't know shit. You're a dum dum. Sorry, not sorry, but it's just the truth be told. You're
Yeah, I'm a
ignorant,
dum dum.
you're uneducated. You want to come up here, you don't even have anything to debate.
I'm uneducated.
Spam call me like if I don't
Uh
know what your point is. You have
huh.
nothing to bring to this.
You
You
feel
have
good picking on the working
nothing.
class,
You
don't you?
have nothing
You
to
feel
bring.
good picking on the working class.
What do you fucking think I am? You think I'm fucking rich?
Then why are you
What
speaking
the
like you're an
fuck do
educated
you
elitist?
think? I'm an educated person.
Yeah, but you sound like an
Or if
elitist.
I am ignorant about something,
You sound like an elitist.
at least I go and try. Is that a new word for you?
I do too, but I'm working all the
Is
time.
that a new word for
And I have
you?
common sense.
Is that a new
And I
word
have
for
common
you?
sense.
Common
Do you think
sense,
that
parrot.
do you think that trans women are men?
Why are you asking me questions about my thoughts and
Because I
shit?
know you can't
That
answer the
is,
question, that's why.
that's not a
You can't
debate.
answer the question
That's
correctly.
not debatable. That's not a debate. My
That's
opinions don't
because
matter in a
then answer the
debate.
question.
My
Then answer the
opinions
question.
do not matter in a debate.
Exactly, because you know you're gonna say yeah,
Exactly.
they're
Thank you,
women.
Casanova. Everybody, let's double tap the
Okay.
screen over on TikTok. Share the live. Don't forget, if you is not tapping, thank you, Sabrina, for you're awesome too. If you're not tapping, you is napping. Tapping is clapping, y'all, and sharing is caring. Don't
Let
forget
me
to hit that
let
arrow
me
at the bottom right corner, repost it to your followers. Copy the link, add it to your story, all that good stuff. Don't forget to check out my link. It is in the bio over on TikTok. My link over on Tube is in the description. If you all want to join my Discord, feel free to come on through. We will welcome you.
hey,
You
let
do
me
have
ask
to
you a
go through a
question.
vetting process but that's because we don't want any trolleys in Discord. If you would like to come and follow my TikTok account, it is there and the link is in the bio and in the description. Same goes for Tube. If you want to subscribe to my channel, you can do that through that link. If you want to support Riot Radio, any and all donations are welcome and very much appreciated. I do have a paying it forward donation to help feed those in need, so that would be greatly, greatly appreciated. Okay, so let's see here. Mariah.
Hey, can I ask you a question?
No, not any more questions.
Oh no, no, I want to ask another question.
I don't care. I'm done talking to
That's
you.
your
Hello, Mariah. HD, are you gonna come up here? You're playing with yourself? Bye, bitch.
No.
You fucked up. You shouldn't have come up here with the stupid shit. I come up here with the dumb, stupid shit. Just saying, had you come up here being serious, then I wouldn't have dropped your happy ass. Those who want to have a civil debate and or conversation, you're welcome to join the live over on TikTok. There's a pink and blue figure at the bottom of your devices. Tap on that once. You don't got to do it twice. I'll bring you right on up so we can have a civil debate and or conversation. Over on the tube, if you want to have a civil debate and or conversation as well, you're welcome to join. There's a phone number right up above me. Feel free to go ahead and tap on that. And give me a call. Come on through. Feel free to go.
Can you define what a woman is, please?
Define what a woman is?
Yeah, can you define it, please?
No, I can't. I'm just a
Yeah,
woman, but you can't. I
yeah,
mean,
because you
how
don't
old are
know.
you?
Because
How old are you, little botch?
24, because you don't know.
Oh, you're a baby boy. Your frontal lobe hasn't even developed. Why are you coming up
Maybe
here?
you can give me. Maybe you can give
Okay,
me milk then from
goodbye.
your.
I don't got time for the bullshit. No got time. Nobody wants to hear that shit. Mariah's requesting again.
Hello?
Age, state, and who you voted for, please, and thank you.
19 years old. I voted for Trump.
Did not vote for Trump if you're 19 years
Yes,
old.
I mean my mom did, but I think Trump is one of the best presidents ever,
Because your
and
mommy
there's
said so?
no because there's evidence and there's
Evidence
reasons.
how?
Immigration and his immigration policy is one of the best.
What state are you chiming in from?
I'm in California.
What immigration policy?
Well, Trump, immigration. You know what the immigration policy is,
There is no
correct?
immigration policy.
Yes, there is. Like, there's
Then what is it?
immigrations that kicks the illegals out of the country.
That's not a
Do you know what
policy.
deporting? Do you know what deporting is?
That's not a policy. That's a law.
Yeah, but this
Mommy should have
Trump is
taught you
doing.
better.
What do you say?
I said mommy should have taught you better. That's the way I teach my kids.
But he did. But. Mm, mm, mm.
Aw, baby boy's in his mommy's house like a little bitch. I don't know what else to say. Anyways, Dr. Bologna sandwich. I'm not gonna ever answer your call. Ever, ever. Mariah, you wanna have a girl's name? Aw, that's cutesy. You should just say you're transgender. I would refer to you as she, her. You even sounded like if you were a bitch having an orgasm. Just saying. Yeah, for real, Beck. Just saying that. Mm. So Logic 95, if you think you have so much logic, why don't you come right on up here so we can have a civil debate and or conversation? Or you're gonna just talk shit in the chat? You won't do that because I'm gonna go ahead and mute you for the entirety of this live. If you have something to say, you're welcome to join the live, and I'd be more than happy to bring you on up. Other than that, I don't think that my people in the comments have to deal with your dumb ass. Over here on the tube, let's see what's going on. And do you know I got your right time? Let's see. Yes, Mike, I do. I appreciate you, my friend. Ashburn deporting citizens. Yeah, there have been several citizens who have been put into I mean it's what it let's just call it what it is, okay? It's the concentration camps is what it is, okay? Just saying. Oh my god, people are so stupid. Whatever you want to I support him because he's an eye candy. No, the fuck he's not no eye candy. I know you's fucking around. Trump's policy is to close the border, enforce the laws. Joe Biden. Okay, that's not a policy, and the border's not closed. So sorry, not sorry. Lots of homonym. I'm debate. Okay, well you can give me a call for those who want to have a debate. There's a phone call up here over on the tube. There's a phone call. There's a phone number up here on the top over in the tube. You're welcome to call in and have a conversation, debatable conversation, or discussion, or have a debate if you're able to debate. But please, please, please come with receipts. Don't come up here saying, oh, just like doctor came up here saying the fact that he's calling himself a doctor and we know damn good and well he's not a doctor is sad on in itself. Just saying. The fact that somebody earlier was saying it was that X dude that was on the live before I did a restart was talking that about Harris being very quiet, or I forgot who it was. Actually, Harris has been very vocal in 2026. So that's why I was saying that I don't understand what he was talking about. That she's been real quiet. She's actually been very quite vocal. Um, so she was August 8th, 2026, speaking at the Masquerade Sneaker Ball in New Orleans. Harris told Democrats the party needs to get comfortable with a certain kind of ruthlessness, framing it around standing up to a broken status quo. And April 25th, 2026, Harris delivered what was billed as her first keynote speech since her 2024 loss at the Arkansas Democratic Party's Fisher Shackelford dinner in Little Rock, accusing the Trump administration of ignoring Americans' cost of living concerns and calling for a rival of the American dream. She did this in a deep red state that she lost by 30 points and used the trip to fuel speculation about a possible 2028 presidential run, which I hope she does. Earlier in 2026, she also confirmed that she will not run for California governor in 2026, closing that door specifically to preserve room for a 2028 presidential bid. So she's been pretty vocal. So the fact that you guys don't understand that or have not say that she's extremely quiet. No, she's not. You just are extremely ignorant and you don't want to go and listen to Harris, so you don't know. Nelius, yes, I agree with you. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. MAGA and our Trump supporters are welcome to join my live on TikTok. There's a pink and blue figure right here at the bottom of your device. Just tap on that once. You don't got to do it twice. I'll bring you right on up so we can have a civil debate and or discussion. But just know that I will be asking for receipts. Also, over on the tube, if you all want to give me a call, there's a phone number that starts with 210. You're welcome to call that number, and we can have a civil debate and or conversation over the phone. I swear if it's that dude again. Okay, it's not. Hello.
Oh, I love Trump. He's awesome.
To accept, press 1.
You sound like a grown man. If you're 24 and younger, I'll let that pass. Okay? But you sound like a grown ass man. Thank you, Nelius. I appreciate it. Women for Trump. David, coming from a man, you're saying women for Trump? Get the hell out of here. Trump rules. You sound like a fucking little kid. True Bromance 808. When she was with Von Tones, okay. Who was in the Navy? Who was in the Navy? You're funny, Mike. Hell no, that would be too scared. I'd be like, what the hell? What's up, Luke? How you doing? I agree with you, Barry Lane, 100%. He is a heartless toad. Straight facts. Everybody, let's double tap the screen, share the live. I am waiting for opposition to come on through. Don't be a pussycat. You're welcome to join the live over on TikTok. There's a pink and blue figure at the bottom of your device. Tap on that once and I'll bring you right on up. Over here on the tube, you're welcome to call that number that's right up above that starts with a 210. We can have a conversation over the phone. I do want to go back to so it's funny. It's funny that La Trompa keeps on saying that the Strait of Hormuz is U.S. territory, and we literally have Iran going over here. Thank you, Lacey. I appreciate you. Thank you, Vanity. Casanova, Cassie, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. We wouldn't have all this great content without him. Actually, Fast Eddie, yes, I would. I would have great content without him. 100%. Okay. Oh, I remember you. Bye.
What's up, Chalupa?
Nothing, pendejo.
Hey.
And a chalupa doesn't look like me, pendejo. A chalupa has freaking braids and she's got dresses on and she's in a boat. Stupido baboso. Maybe you need the light on. Our contact would actually be better without exactly, Barry, because we could at least talk about all the benefits that Americans have, and actually, we would have a voice. We would have a voice, and we'd be able to change all this stupid bullshit. Like, let's start trying to push a bill so that we can have boys get a vasectomy before the age of 18. That way, we don't have to worry about women ever having to abort or miscarry or go through any of the shit that they go through. Hello?
From
Jay.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail,
see.
press 2.
Hello, Jay. Are you a Trump supporter?
I'm on the fence. I'm kind of undecided. You guys are competing for my vote, I think.
How old are you? What state are you chiming in from? And who did you vote for?
I don't vote. I'm in Colorado. I'm 37.
Okay, why didn't you vote?
Because I didn't feel represented by either side. Does that make sense? When I was a lot younger, when I was a kid, I voted Democrat when I first started. What?
Sorry, my bad. I'm talking to my dog.
Oh,
He
okay.
was about to rip up my stuff.
See? Yeah, you can't let that happen. Well, what I was saying is, I was an old school Democrat back in the day, back when the party was more focused on representing workers. But I'd say over the last decade, I'm a conservative white male. I'm Roman Catholic. You know what I mean? I have a hard time voting for your candidates now. Now that it's strayed into like woke ideology and identity politics, you lost me.
What does woke mean?
What does it mean to me, or what does it mean like to other people? Are you asking my personal opinion?
Yeah. What do you think woke means?
Okay, I guess I would define it as like a counterculture to the traditional, like Americana nuclear family culture that we had pretty strong in the 80s. I see it as like a counterculture to that. So like an antithesis, I would say.
No, what woke means is basically being aware of your surroundings. It was actually back in the day when it was originally meant to be awake and alert to racism, discrimination, and social injustice, especially in America, Black American culture. That's where it originally comes from, which it has actually evolved to where woke doesn't only mean that, which it does mean that, period, but it also means being aware, being alert, watching your surroundings, basically being on your P's and Q's and crossing your T's and dotting your I's. I don't know about you, but I don't want to be asleep. Do you want to be asleep?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't even know what that means. Like I don't know what that means. What do you mean? We're talking about why people are voting Republican or Democrat, right?
Right, but you brought up woke, and you said that that was an ideology of woke, and I said, and he asked you what
Yeah,
did it mean,
yeah.
and
So
the answer you
let
gave
me
me was absolutely wrong.
let me unpack that a little bit because I think it's a good idea. I mean, I know it's not popular. I know that this isn't the sort of thing that a lot of your audience really echo chambers. You know what I mean? And that's the point of the debate. You know what I mean? I'm trying to press you guys with a little bit of challenging ideology here to see if there's anywhere where we can bridge a gap.
But you're not
Okay, so
challenging anything here because you didn't
well,
even
not
know what
yet.
woke. You didn't even know what woke meant.
I didn't know what it meant to you. I know what it means to me. And the
But what it means to
disagreement that
you is wrong. That's what I was trying to tell you.
the we have on that definition is exactly why people in my demographic don't offer our votes to your candidates. So if you want to win, if this is something that you're serious about,
I thought you didn't
this
vote.
is a
Why are you worried
conversation
then?
we ought to work out, right?
I thought you didn't vote.
What'd you say?
I thought you didn't vote.
Yeah, I don't feel represented yet. I follow it really closely, and if I feel represented, I'll cast a vote.
Have you ever
But
voted?
yeah, of course I have. Sure have.
Yeah. Who did you vote for, if you don't mind me asking?
Let's see. I voted for. Okay, I flopped back and forth. So the first time I voted, the George W. Bush campaign, I voted Bush. After that, I voted Obama. After that, I voted Hillary. After that, I voted Trump.
How did you go from how could you go from that to this?
Why did the Democrats lose me? Is that what you're asking?
Well, did you vote for Biden?
Would I vote for Biden? No.
No, I said, did you?
No, I did not. I didn't vote that election.
So you stopped voting after Obama? Or
Yeah,
did you
I
vote for
voted
Trump
for
in 2016? Oh no, you did vote for Hillary, you said, right?
Hillary. Yep.
So you voted for Trump in 2020, or did you vote for Trump in 2024?
Oh, I'm sorry. I messed that up. I guess I didn't vote for Trump. Sorry about that. I messed that up. Yeah, because he went against Hillary. I voted Hillary. The second time I was gonna vote Trump, but I did not cast that ballot. I never submitted it. So technically I abstained.
Okay,
But
but
I
you were
did.
about to answer the question of how we lost you.
You want me to answer that?
No, you started stating that because you had said you went to Trump. It doesn't make sense if you didn't go to Trump,
I
then
I I identify, well, I have identified as MAGA, but you know what? I don't really identify as MAGA anymore after the Iran war and after the Epstein files. And I think that there's a lot of people that share those views. They were very conservative. They believe in the American first ideology. They're all about that. But then if you're going to put a guy up there that's just a scumbag, then, you know, we have to recognize him as a scumbag. If he wasn't, you know, if he wasn't visiting Epstein Island, if he kept his campaign promise to keep us out of Iran, I probably still would be mad. But I'm not represented by somebody who keeps their promises, right?
yeah, I mean, I promises made and promises not kept, right? Because here we are with the
In
Iran
some
war.
sense, yeah, definitely the Iran war thing was a promise not kept, I would say. Yeah, yeah,
Gas
that was
prices,
important.
right, right.
That was a retarded war, and I'm an
Please
army veteran.
don't use the R word because I'm on TikTok and we need to use the TikTok friendly language,
Oh,
or I can 100% be my account can be
oh, I was not trying to get you in
banned.
trouble.
No, I know it's a habit that people do have. I understand that, but yeah, we
But
can't do
the
that.
whole reason I'm calling in is because, you know, I think a lot of people don't feel represented. Right now, the politics have really strayed to the extremes, and that leaves a lot of people in the middle kind of confused and not really sold on either side.
Okay, so we have to
I
think
used,
about the lesser of two horrors, right? I guess you would say in your, you know, your way, you would say the lesser of two evils, right?
yeah, okay.
All right. So are we going to go with the person who literally dismantled the pandemic first response team, did horrible during the C-19, the whole situation there, you know, every state for themselves because he didn't know how to handle shit. Going back and forth. Yes, it is true. No, it's not. We'll get over it. No, we won't. Don't take the vaccine. I took the vaccine. C-19 is not real, but I got C-19. So then we went from that, right? And then we went to Biden. Why are we back here again? Which I know, honestly, that La Trompa really didn't win this contest. I know he really didn't because he's come out several times on his own to admit that he didn't win this contest. Elania Muskie came out, his bestie at the time, and posted that if it wasn't for him, he wouldn't have this, you know, the House, the Senate, or the seat. So there's that. I mean, the fact that you would even be considering like MAGA
Well, you guys don't represent workers anymore.
a little bit, we don't
You know,
represent
Blue collar
workers.
is very strong, and we vote. You know, if you guys can't appeal to what we need for our families,
What
what can
is
we
it
do
that
for you?
Trump is providing that you needed for your family, and he is providing it for you?
Well, you kind of got me there. It was more we were gambling on a promise, and that promise didn't necessarily pan out as well as it should have. So, you know, we're taking these politicians at their word, and you know, they're liars by nature, all of them, both parties. So,
So
you know,
promises
I,
made and
I
not
got,
kept, right?
I'll admit it. All right, it hasn't really panned out the way that we were hoping that it would.
What were you hoping for?
I was hoping for a policy that focused on America and really put America more in an isolated kind of a. I wanted us to step back from a lot of the stuff in the Middle East. I wanted us to renegotiate our defense agreements with Europe. I think that we had the opportunity to challenge China a little bit harder if we had done that. And I don't know. I guess the globalists dominate both parties, and so you know, once they bullshitted us on that promise, we just got rug pulled. You know, and now we're in another forever war that we're never gonna win. So
Yeah, that is very true. We are at he said no endless wars in the Middle East, and here we are. I guess I guess he thought he was gonna be able to be the big bully like he was in Venezuela, and he was gonna be able to
yeah,
do that in Iran, but that didn't work out to his favor. Now did it? If anything, now
yeah,
Americans are being drugged through the
way more
muck.
Venezuelans ever were. The Iranians have been preparing for this for 25. The Venezuelans were preparing for it for like 20 hours. You know what I mean? Big difference.
No,
But
no,
the
Iran has
draft,
just always been at war for thousands of years. We're very
yeah,
new. So they're gonna have they're definitely going to have strategy. I mean,
it was
look at
their
like
their
Ukraine. Ukraine has some great strategic moves that I've seen them do when it comes to
well, the
the
problem,
war.
they set up their command structure for their military in a way that if one commander gets killed, it's easy to replace the spot. It's almost like, it reminds me of a hydra. Like, you know, when you cut off the head of a hydra, two more grow in its place.
Yeah.
The Iranian command strategy is very similar to that. So as soon as you whack one guy, you've spawned two new commanders that now you have to, you know what I mean, start
Right.
all over. So
I agree with
so
that.
it's a real shit situation. We're kind of in an asymmetrical trap. We have great bombs and we have huge ships and awesome planes, but this isn't necessarily one of those battles where those are the tools for the job. And that's why we're kind of fucked. So yeah, so I don't know. So like MAGA, I think is kind of on its way out. There's like a few diehard strongholds like in the South and stuff. But I think like a majority of like the rich, educated, you know what I mean, well-to-do people are kind of over it. You know, they don't like being lied to. But the
Oh, yeah,
problem
I
is,
agree.
and the reason I called here is because I think that the opportunity for the Democrats to pick up that steam is kind of getting wasted. And I would really love to see you guys pivot to a more moderate, like middle stance where you go back to supporting workers and stuff, because I promise you that if you do, you're going to sweep us up. And that's going to make a huge difference.
But
But nobody's
how
doing
is the
that.
Democratic Party not
Still
supporting workers?
politics. Still talking about all the intersex Native American fucking, you know what I mean? Like that. What does that have to do with the economy, bro? Like, I don't know. I wish you guys would trend back towards centrist. If you trend back towards centrist, if you just embrace like common sense shit that will appeal to the widest demographics.
Why are you
Just
saying
real.
common sense? Like that's literally a parrot talk of Trump.
I don't listen to Trump. I don't know
What is common sense to you? Like what do you, and hold on, first let me ask you a question.
Okay.
How is the Democratic Party not caring about workers?
I feel like all the messaging for, let me think about how far back. I don't think it was as bad in the Hillary Clinton era. I don't know why I can't pronounce her name right. But since then, like definitely really heavy in the Biden administration, and less so, but a moderate uptick in the Obama administration. In Obama, it was called Black Lives Matter. Do you remember that?
What about that?
Okay, so that sort of activism, that's fine. It probably gets the young kids excited. It's a tool.
It had nothing
But
to do with the
I
young
think what,
kids. It had to do with recognizing a criminal act against a specific race, which I understand that Black people are tired of it. They're tired of their children dying and that by the hands of officers.
okay,
Literally,
but
did you not see George Floyd? Did you not see
what
the? I
demographic?
bet you didn't even
Hold
care
on,
to see the hearing, right? You didn't get to, you
hold
didn't care.
What demographic is most responsible for killing Black men in America? Which demographic has the most blood on their hands? It's Black Americans.
Are you talking about like Black on Black crime?
Yes.
There's white on white
Yeah.
crime.
Okay,
There's
but
Latino crime.
I'm not arguing because I don't give a shit. What I give a shit is a policy that focuses on workers. And this is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. You totally spiraled off into that Black Lives Matter shit. You
You're
have
the
to
one that brought
realize.
it up, bro. I mean, you're
Well,
bringing
I
up the
know,
topic, so I'm
but
just going along with it.
I brought a lot of stuff, but that was the thing you ran with. That's my point. Listen to me,
No,
okay?
I
No,
wanted to
listen
get back
to me.
to the Democratic Party that
If
you say doesn't
if
care about
you
workers.
want your democratic ideology to gain a superiority over the MAGA movement, you have to move centrist. And that means that you have to understand that activism shit appeals to a very small minority of your party.
Hold on.
And the
America
rest,
that is very American to protest.
li-
That is
listen,
a
either
very
you're gonna
American thing to do. How the hell do you think they do? Are you
hey,
okay? No, are
You can
you okay? Do you realize that protesting is a very American thing to do?
I think you're missing my point.
No, I think you're missing mine. Do you realize that protesting is a very American thing to do?
Of course, I realize that
Okay, so
protest
why are you even making it a big deal? Like, what? Who
because
cares?
because this
We
is
have the
this is
right
what
to
I'm.
protest.
Because, of course you do. And if you were a teenager, and you were in high
Teenager,
school,
I'm a
I
grown
would.
ass woman and I go out to the No Kings protest and I walk through
So
it.
so
I don't
then you
care.
appreciate that
Because
you'll
I
have
am going to go,
more
my kids
appeal.
are going to look back. My grandkids are going to look back and say, you know what? My grandmother and my grandfather, they cared about us. They cared about the future. They really were out there and they gave a damn.
I
And
hope
that's what
you're
I
right.
care about the youth. I care about the youth and I care about their future. I care about leaving a positive foundation for them so that they can create additional positive foundations for their
Hmm.
youth and their future. That's what I care about. Right now, we are not in a positive setting at all. Literally, Americans are at each other's throat because of one orange piece of shit. We're not caring about the youth. We literally have 18-year-old, 19-year-olds calling up here with so much hatred in their heart
Oh, I
because
hear
of
it.
of 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 how they're being raised. Because basically the orange foe went ahead and gave an ass pass to everybody to go ahead, and that's the only thing I'll thank him for is to allow people to remove their veil and show their true dark colors.
We agree. This contest that we're caught up in about the Orange Man is not where we should be focusing our energy. We should be going back to communities. We should be focusing on workers. We should leave this identity politics bullshit in the past. Sorry. We should leave it. We should leave it in the past. We should focus on families. We should go back to that strategy. Go back to that '90s strategy with the Democrats. I guarantee
Well,
you.
do
I
you realize
guarantee you in
that
2020.
Biden was like widely described as the most pro-union president in modern history?
No, I did not know that. So maybe you guys have a huge good example from his leadership. Maybe there's already a playbook built for you to play this out. And maybe if you used it, you'd win a lot of voters like me over to your side. There's a
Talking about,
huge.
do you know what the PRO Act is?
What's the pro at? Let me look it up.
Well, the Democrats have been constantly pushing for a federal minimum wage to be looked at and rise because we're still at
Oh,
$7.25. It hasn't been touched since 2008, if I'm not mistaken.
okay, hold on. I was a banker for like 10 years, okay? I hear you about the minimum wage, but you realize that if we raise minimum wage, everybody's just going to raise prices behind it. And relatively speaking, the disenfranchised folk aren't going to be any better off. You're
They
just
are
pumping,
not.
like,
What are you talking
you're
about?
assuming that if you
Literally,
raise.
legally, somebody could
No, listen to me.
legally somebody could pay somebody $7.25 an hour if they want to.
Listen,
Okay,
I'm not
minimum
I'm
wage
not
is
arguing
supposed to match. Minimum
to
wage is
have a minimum
supposed to match
wage.
our living costs. Okay, it's supposed to wait,
Hmm.
and that's not happening here. This is why most companies don't pay
Yeah,
minimum wage.
but it's not even a matter of wage. It's a matter of having enough money to afford all the food, the car, the house, all the things that you need to make it in America, right? But my point is that if you raise the minimum wage, all the people selling cars are going to raise the price of cars, and all the people selling houses are going to raise the price of houses. And so by the end of the day, the price difference between how much things cost and how much money the workers make isn't going to change. It's just that the margins are going to be pushed up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the
If
margins are still being pushed up right now, and it's not
developer,
matching. Like the
if I'm a
housing market
developer,
is like crazy right now.
no, I know. Listen, I'm not arguing with you,
I'm
okay?
not saying
Like
you are.
I think we agree more than we disagree here, okay? But like if we're gonna have a debate, we have to be able to talk about these things.
Well, a debate is
Like
when we're speaking.
trying
A
to
debate
fight
is
you
like make sure that you're
in my
speaking
mind.
facts,
You
and
know what
I'm speaking facts, and you come with receipts, and I come with receipts. Because you were just saying that Democratic Party doesn't care about workers, and I just gave you several like
You gave me the PRO
examples.
Act, but that the PRO Act
I
is
gave you the PRO Act, and
it's
I told you about the union
you know
workers.
I'm looking at it here. It's a good.
Okay,
I'll
fine.
give you, and I'll back down from it. The PRO Act in and of itself isn't an end all be all, but it's a good step in the right direction. Okay, I can admit that. You know, I think you guys, the Democrats have the tools to win the Senate way more than the Republicans do. But I think the problem is that you're just not utilizing them the right way, and so MAGA comes out as like slightly better. You know what I mean?
You're
I mean,
right. I
not
think the Republicans do have the tools like Starlink.
what is you said Starlink?
Yeah, what I said.
How does Starlink work against the PRO Act?
No, I'm not talking about the PRO Act. I'm talking about the tools that you were saying. So the tools that they had was Elon Musk. And like I said earlier, Elon Musk came out and said that if it wasn't for him, he wouldn't have won the seat, the House, the Senate, or the seat. That the House, the Senate, or the seat. He wouldn't have won that if it wasn't for me. Also, not to mention that La Trompa has come out on several occasions and has said um, himself admitted, I don't know if it's just his dementia maybe, or I don't know what it is, cognitive issues, what it is, but he came out several times and admitted to cheating the contest. He couldn't compute. I know, Chavela. All of a sudden, crickets.
You know what? I watched that movie Games from New York. I think elections have been getting fucking rigged and people are cheating all over the place. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's par for the course. Is it right? Do I condone it? Absolutely not. But at
Exactly,
the same
Misty.
time,
I mean,
I
you
don't
do.
know.
I mean, do you know who Ashley is? She's over here on TikTok. I mean, if you ever want to take the time to check out, thank you, Beck. I appreciate you. Everybody, let's double tap the screen, share the live over on TikTok. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Or we're not gonna be able to see on the FYP. Share it out. Hit that arrow at the bottom right corner. Repost it. Copy the link. Add it to your story. All counts as a share. Over on the tube, if y'all want to show some love at the bottom right corner of the comments area, there's a heart. You can heart me. You can 100 thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever you'd like to do. Also, if you would like to support my podcast, Riot Radio, my link is in the description. My link is in the bio. You can go check it out if you want to join my Discord. If you would like to donate to Riot Radio, you're welcome to do so. Everything helps. I also have a paying it forward donation set up there. If you would like to donate to that, that would be greatly appreciated so I can go help. Crystal, if you choose to acknowledge the bullshit but not the work to change it, you are a hypocrite. 100, sister. Get it. But I don't condone it, but I do. Missy, I agree with you. The electoral college votes. Actually, that's one thing that Kamala has actually proposed. That's one of her things that she's going to run off of is getting rid of the electoral, which I agree. I agree with that. Yeah, and then all of them, I think that they need to all just be replaced. We have too many fucking boomers in there. Boomers are wacky schmacky. I'm sorry to all the good boomers. I don't mean you guys. I'm talking
Ooh,
about the wacky ones. Yeah. So,
yeah, I agree with that. I would love to see some younger leaders. I don't know what they're waiting.
yeah, I don't know why they're not. I mean, honestly, Kamala was or is considered a millennial. I'm sorry, a Gen X. Not a millennial.
Oh,
Gen X.
millennial. Okay,
I got
Jeanette.
confused there. Yeah, Gen X. So
No, yeah,
that would have been nice. Yeah, that would have been nice because a whole different perspective, right? Of not only life, but like, politics in general. I know she didn't have enough time, but being that she, did campaign and she only had 3 months to do so, I think she did an amazing job. I hope when she and if she and when she, because she just said she's gonna run, um, this time, I just hope that she comes through and she comes through with a bang because we need a change. In all honesty, we need a change. Too many men are coming up in and just fucking up our country. Excuse my French, but it's true. It's like because
mm,
it's a fact. Listen, males compared to females are different. Males love destruction. It's just in their nature. It just is what it is. Like,
absolutely. Oh yeah,
you know,
absolutely we do.
they see something explode, they're like, "Oh yeah, that was freaking awesome." That's just how males are. And I think that having a female president and a male vice president would be awesome. We got the yin and the yang, right? So I think that'd be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're tired of the men.
Oh, is it an anti-patriarchy thing for you?
No, see, so frustrating. Riot is a snap. We gotta make an altar for her. I love you, Tabella. I love you, baby. I appreciate it. I think I just been through too much shit in my life, so I have a lot of benefits of the doubts. Okay, it was funny because when I was living in the hood, it would always tell me all the time, like you've got like miles of benefits of the doubts. Yeah, there was nothing else to say with that baton. He just came up here because he wanted some clout. Let's see here. We've got one LARPer blood. Is that what it is?
Yeah,
How old are you? What state are you chiming in from? And who did you vote for?
18. Alabama.
And you support Trump?
Yeah.
Why do you support Trump when you're not going to be able to even vote for him? That listen, they don't even know what these trollers don't even know what to do anymore. They just do the water thing. They don't know what the fuck to do anymore. Like they don't know what to do because they know that using the ninja with a hard R is not working on TikTok. The only reason why I drop people is because I'm not gonna have my people, insulted like that on live. Beck, I am too. I'm an absolute nerd. Okay, I'm an absolute nerd. You too poor to afford Killua. Probability says you're a crack baby. Yeah, no, my mom didn't do crack. Never even drank alcohol. You're a peasant too. Actually, so you're a peasant. No, I just probably was. I don't know. I guess they're taking baths a lot lately. Crawlers come up here, they're taking baths. I'm in my pool, you're a liar. Lying ass motherfucker. He's in the bathtub. Last time I heard several of them, and they're like, we're in a pool. I said, no, you're in a freaking bathtub. I can hear the echo, bro. That's weird that all the boys would be in the same restroom. Listen, if you are gay, come out and say it. Don't be afraid of it. Maddie, get it. And there's nothing wrong with, by the way, I mean, over in the tube, that whole comment, you were a crack baby. What the hell? Let's say it was. So what? Like, I don't know. Like you sound stupid. Why Achilles? So, not how you spell Achilles, by the way. Just saying. Oh no, bitch. I'm not the pilgrim. You got me fucked up. But you are. You're the fucking pilgrim. Just saying. Yeah, exactly, Mike. They're in there with their little rubber ducky. They're like, oh, bomb, bomb, bomb. You know what? AK, dad, your dad should have shot you in the sock, botch. Ah, I am loca, pendejo. I am. User, I do rep the trans community 100% LGBTQIA plus community. There's nothing wrong with that. I absolutely 100% support them. None of their business. None of your business. I mean, unless you're part of the community and you're too afraid to come out, it's not a big deal, okay? It's already like old. We know that's been going on for centuries, okay? Robert, you're trying to call me a crackhead? That's fucking funny. I would be skinny as fuck. You obviously don't know what the fuck a crackhead is. Uh, you will never have a husband. I have had a husband for 33 years. The fuck is you talking about? Yes, everybody, let's double tap the screen, share the live, repost it, hit the arrow at the bottom right corner, repost it. That's what I'm saying, Maddie. You're not fat though, Maddie. You're not fat, baby. I've seen you. Section 8, baby. What the? You don't know what the hell else to say, do y'all? Like, you just don't know what to say. Hello.
From
Randy.
Randy.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail.
Randy, are you a Trump supporter?
Hello?
Hello? Are you a Trump
Yes,
supporter?
hi, how are you?
Fine, thank you.
I am, and I was, okay, so it's kind of hard. I'm not anymore.
Okay.
Let's just put it like that.
Okay, how old are you
But
and what state are you chiming in from?
I am 32. I am from New York City.
Okay. So what makes you like
Uh,
why don't you support him anymore?
so the first time, I mean, we're picking between the lesser of two evils, Kamala and Trump, and I'm saying, oh man, you know, Trump was at least he did it once before, and the country didn't crash, didn't crash out as bad as we thought it would. So I figured, hey, another 4 years will just fly by, inconsequential to us, would be continuous. No one would even realize he's there, just like that, just quick. But he completely turned around the second term. I mean, he was terrible the first term. Don't get me wrong, but at least we weren't drowning. We weren't drowning like we are now.
Yeah.
But yeah, this second term has been absolutely abhorrent. I never thought I would see a U.S. president stoop so low and grovel at the feet of Zionist Israeli leaders. It's honestly repulsive. It makes my stomach turn that a man would do that to another man. You know what I mean? Like treat him like his bitch.
Yeah.
I don't want
I
to curse,
get it. No, I
but
get it. You're fine, you
but it's
can. It's 18
yeah.
and up. But I
Okay, so
agree with
yeah, I
you.
mean, Trump is Netanyahu's little bitch. I
Yeah.
mean, and God knows who else is little bitch.
I think that's
Saudi's little bitch
yeah. The truth is in the
too.
pudding, you know?
Yeah, and it's just crazy how these maggots, they I call all day and I troll some of them. I troll. There's
You
this guy
funny.
named I want to shout him out. He's from Florida. Everybody go troll the shit out of him. His name is Brian Craig. This guy
Oh, okay.
literally hops on and off the live doing lines of God knows what. You hear him sniffing, you hear him the drip hitting the back of his throat. He goes like every 3 seconds. And it's just you could tell when
Yeah.
you know. It
You
smells like
know,
a
yeah.
duck, you know. And he wears a MAGA hat and everything. I'm like, Israel first or America first? He's like,
Right.
I can't answer that. I won't answer that. And it's like, yo, brother, like
Right.
it's obvious. It's obvious at that point,
Right. Like, why not go ahead and just admit the obvious, right? And I think that's another thing too,
Yeah,
because I have noticed that, I mean, I read a lot and I look at the polls and I look at what's going on, and there's, different ones, of course. But I do know based off of, Trump voters that they are not happy with what's going on. And I don't blame them because neither are we. Like, he did say no wars, right?
yeah.
No endless wars in the Middle East. And here we are. Here we are. I'm sorry you have to see these comments from so-called fellow American trolls
Yeah, I'm
broken.
actually
Thank you, bro.
Middle Eastern, and my hometown is getting bombed to smithereens right now. Not Iran, in Lebanon. They're bombing us like never before. I mean, like it's ridiculous. Lebanon has done nothing against the state of
Yeah,
Israel.
yeah,
You know, all we do is take in refugees from all these other countries they've been bombing, and then now they're gathered them all into one place: the Palestinians, the Syrians, all these, this, that, the Armenians. God knows, we took in all the refugees
mm-hmm.
from all these centuries
And not to mention,
um,
like, all the
of
innocent
war.
civilians that have nothing to do with this. I mean, I think
Oh,
about
Lord
that.
have mercy.
I feel so
But you
bad.
want to hear a story? My uncle, God rest his soul, he was 18 years old at the time of the Lebanese quote unquote civil war, right?
Mm-hmm.
He goes, he's clearing a house, because they were moving them from village to village after the fighting, like they were just
Right.
getting to a safe place away from bullets and bombs and
Right.
whatever. And the Christian militias, I mean, not it could have been any militia, but the Christian militias booby trapped the house. So as soon as he opened the door to clear it, boom, dead, dead. The other guy he was with got hurt, but he just died right there in the street. 18 years old. My Yeah, another member of my family got hit by a long munition from like a long artillery munition from like Egypt.
Yeah.
Somebody was hit in the street and he went to go grab him out of the street and they picked him off as well. So it's like they drop the first bomb, they wait for the aid to come, like people to rescue him, and then
Right.
they drop the second one right where they dropped the first one. And this was back in maybe like 1950s. This was in nine, so it's nothing new.
Yeah, it's not.
So it's nothing new,
No, it's not. That's
and
why when people,
people.
these Trump supporters come, they're like, "Oh,
I'm
we should
sorry.
have done this back in 19." Beck, what is it? When you post it, you can't see anything. What you mean, baby? I'm sorry, I'm talking to somebody on TikTok.
No problem. Take your time. But basically, if these maggots knew their histories, we wouldn't be repeating it. Is my point.
Right.
Like these kids or these old people. I get they're frustrated. We're all frustrated. We're all ready to crash out and lash out. It's hard living in this world right now. It's a rough time, and I sympathize, and I can put myself in that other person's position, and and understand where they're coming from. But it seems like they can't do the same to us. They have no empathy. They're like sociopathic or somewhat like
Oh yeah.
something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but that's all I really had to say. It's
I
I
appreciate you.
I could go on all day,
I
but yeah,
appreciate
thank you.
you.
I
No,
love your
thank
show.
you. Thank you so much. I appreciate the support. Thank you so much. It's all about us coming
All
together.
right,
We got to make a difference.
yeah,
Midterms, y'all. Don't forget
it,
midterms. Vital
go vote for anybody not endorsed by APAC. Take it easy, y'all. Big shout out
as
from
well.
NYC.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. And honestly, that's exactly what I've been noticing a lot. Shout out to Mike and shout out to Scott. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. Um, you know, recognizing that. I appreciate you so much. Um, and who else was it that said something up here? This is over on the tubes. I just wanted to say, Brett, thank you so much. Also, I appreciate that very much. Thank you all for being so kind. Kindness can go a long way. A lot of people don't realize that. I got put in timeout. Yeah, I did. I did. I put him in a no. I actually kicked him out. I'm tired of seeing his comments. They didn't bring anything. There was nothing pretty about the comments. I can't send a pic. You can't send a pic back. You can't send a pic out here, mamas. I don't know if you're. Did I say mamas wrong? I'm sorry. Everybody over on TikTok, let's double tap the screen, share the live. Remember, tapping is clapping. If you is not tapping, you is napping. Sharing is caring. That as well. Let's see what other boo schnizzle we're gonna put up with today. Kevin, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that. Let's double tap the screen, share the live, hit that arrow at the bottom right corner so you can repost it, copy the link, add it to your story. All counts as a share. Don't forget about the daily heart, me guys. That is so, so, so important. You can find it at the top of the corner next to my name. There's an orange heart, which you won't see unless you give me a follow, silly. So tap that follow button, hit the orange heart, and you can join my team with the daily heart me. Grazie. We have somebody coming up. Let's see. Toby.
What is it?
Toby, age, state, and who you voted for?
I am 18. And what else do you need what else do you need from me?
State and who you voted for. Well, you didn't get to vote. What state are you chiming in from?
Malaysia.
I don't got time for trolls, okay? 18-year-old, do you not read what it says there? When you come into my live, it says, do not request up 20 plus. I don't care if my shit's set up to 18 plus. You can stay in the chat and you can listen in. Thank you, Travel, for coming back. For real, Sabrina. The accent told it all. I hate to, like assume shit, but that was a real thick accent. James, would you like to come and talk about that? I'll send you an invite. Let's talk about those. Talk about that. Let's talk about that. Come on through. Don't be a pussycat. I'm just a woman. I mean, if not, I'm just gonna go ahead and mute you for the entirety of the live. And if you want to come up, you can join the live. There is a pink and blue figure at the bottom of your device. Just tap on that once, and you don't got to do it twice. I'll bring you right on up. Let's see here. What we got?
Good evening. I'm British, but I live in the United States.
Yeah, where?
I live in sort of Western New York. Sort of. I live in like a little sort of apartment. What time is it?
Yeah.
It's 8:55 right now.
And you live in New York.
Yeah, Western New York.
Western New York.
Yeah.
How old are you? 18?
19, sorry.
I literally say 20 and plus. I'm not going to have a debate with a teenager. User 288228 inmate. I know you guys are very scared to talk to a woman. NYC, shout out. I'm going to just say this. Listen, New York City. NYC Knicks, we're coming for y'all. San Antonio Spurs, just saying. Will, stop requesting. I'm not going to bring you up. Everybody, let's double tap the screen, share the live. Let's go, let's go, let's go. No, for real. Heck, for real. Like, come on through. Where y'all? I'm tired of the trolleys. Like, come on. Over on the tube. Hola, if you're new here, I'm Riot. I represent Riot Radio because silence is not an option. If we are silent, then we are compliant. That's not what I'm going to do. I'm not going to be silent. I'm not. You can ask my family member. I won't shut the fuck up. Okay? Which is why it suits me to be here and talk to y'all every day. But anyways, no, let's be informed, let's stay informed, and let's not go misinforming, okay? Only because, listen, the more informed you are, the harder it is to be manipulated. As we heard earlier, the guest that called, uninformed, has no clue what's going on, and voted for La Trompa. These are like voters that are not informed at all. Come on now. I mean, why do you want to be a dum-dum? Hold on, guys.
Afternoon. Afternoon.
Hold on, guys. Hold on real quick, guys. I think so, yes. Sorry, guys. My little girl just called. Bye, Pooch. Love you. Sorry, guys. Let me reconnect my camera. My baby girl called in. She is in volleyball. So today they went to go and see the high school play so they can get some tips and tricks, you know. I am to disconnect mother flippers. Hold on. Let me disconnect. I'll be right back, guys. Go ahead and get my camera back on. I'm back. Sorry about that, y'all. Double tap the screen, share the live. Let's go, let's go. because Trump as is in the Bible. I don't know. That's poor grammar. Over here on the tube. Peanut butter. Oh my God. There's, I can't. Imagine hanging out if you don't agree. No, for real, sis. Trump said we could eat cake and shit. Okay, well, it's not cake. You can go get some lettuce. You'll have a great shit of your life. Shitting of your life. Okay, so Jill Stein doesn't count. No, we cannot discuss twaggers because you're not, you're full of shit. Oh, Lori. Sorry, not sorry that you're gonna have to be muted for the entirety of this live. Hello, goodbye. Let you know, guys, I usually am live every day. You can catch me on tomorrow. I'll be live probably around the same time as I usually do. But Thursday I'll be live a little earlier because I do have allow auto post. Hmm. I don't know. So over on the tube, if you guys want to have a debate and or discussion, debatable discussion, you're welcome to call the number up here. Starts with a 210. Call in. You can have a civil debate and or conversation. Over on TikTok, at the bottom of your device, there's a pink and blue figure. You can tap on that once. You don't got to do it twice. I'll bring you up so we can have a civil debate and or conversation. If you are 18 and or 19 and you were not able to vote, please don't request on up. I'm gonna like drop you so quick. Like when you enter the live, it tells you 20 plus. I'm not gonna bring teenagers up here at all, unless they ask me a question and they want to like learn something. I don't mind them learning. I do not mind teenagers learning. I do not mind the youth learning. Yes, but I'm not going to debate a fetus. Yeah, I'm not going to debate you. You have so much to learn. You have so much to learn. And unfortunately, it just seems like your parents didn't teach you. Pay attention to government, pay attention to your civics class, pay attention to history, pay attention. Okay? Yes, just sit and listen, like Chabela said. Yes, Beck, especially the young men. Like, it's a very rare that, and I'm going to make a video calling on all female Trump supporters to come on through. Because y'all bitches be scary as fuck. I'm just saying. Oh, Bassman, what facts do we make up? You're just mad because you know why? Um, oh my God, D Hut, like Kamala is gone. We're talking about current events. I'm just fucking saying, y'all are like lost in the damn sauce, and we're here to teach and learn, not crash and burn. Just saying. Sit on what? Your little freaking micro penis? Fuck out of here. I see you, Mike. I'm just not, I just can't. I'm sorry. Glitch. It's in the matrix. I'm just requesting opposition at this time. Are you still in my chat? Like, why are you in my chat, bro? D Hutchins. Why are you in my chat? Let's see here. What does Bassman got? Oh, you just want to talk shit in the chat. Well, sorry about that. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna mute you because if you stop being a pussycat and if you have something to say, you can come up here and talk to me. Oh, you want to laugh at yourself? Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and mute you so you can laugh at yourself because you sound real stupid in the chat. Just saying. Dang, I'm doing a restart, guys. I'm restarting this shit. I'm restarting, guys. Over on the tube. Let me see how many people are on the tube. Okay, so who's acting like a child? Not me. I will tell you that a lot of kids do call in. Sorry, guys, y'all are having to see my screen. Oh shit, cancel. Oh well, I went through it. Now we got to be very cautious with our words and our language. Ah, ready? Let's go. Double tap the screen. If I don't see it moving, then I'm just gonna end the live. I have been on here for quite some time. Not gonna lie. Been on here for 5 hours. So I wouldn't be surprised if it goes down. It's okay. I do have breaking news hourly to give, which sometimes I'm sorry guys, I don't give it to y'all because I'm talking to a moron. Um, but let me go ahead and see what I have so far for for the moment. Go ahead and see what I got. Chicken shit. You're the chicken shit for not calling. You're so full of shit. Grizzly, I see you, friend. I just started the live to see if I can pick it up. If everybody starts double tapping the screen, sharing the live, maybe we can get this up there. If not, I'll just go ahead and end the live. What happened there? Oops. Okay, sorry guys. I see you, Grizz. I'm not ignoring you. Please know I'm not. Maggie yesterday kept immediately crashing out. No, they did, Heathers and chicken shit. Like Sputnik, you have not called. Shut your fucking ass, Uncle Hooker. Oh, I'm sorry. I gotta be careful with my language. No, it's okay. If TikTok hears me, then they'll just restrict it to 18 and up, which is not a big deal because I'm. You're going live tonight, Grizz? Okay. It's been eventful. It has, Sabrina. It sure has. Okay, Grizz, I'll pass by. I'll pass by and see what you got going on over there. The same thing back I do. Okay, Grizz. Or I'll probably get a notification when you go live because I follow you and stuff. Yeah, I do, right? Because sometimes TikTok be doing some funky stuff. Like when they do an update, like people like I'll unfollow people or I end up unblocking. I get unblocks people. It's crazy. Yeah, Grizz is cool. I'll let Grizzly explain it to you. So join his live, guys. Grizz is real cool. He's really fair. Okay, so Grizzly is really cool. He's a cool guy. Okay, really fair. So check out Grizz. If you haven't followed him, check him out in the comments. Give him a follow so that way I can check out his live stream. Does the same thing. But Grizz is a different person, different type of person. So, but I will be there because I got you. I got to shut somebody up. I'll shut them up for you. YouTube should give IQ tests before letting people live stream. I'm sorry. Who are you, Sean? Would you like to call? Would you like to call? Entitlement entitlement days are over. Yeah, for you, dumb mother flippers. Just saying. That's true, Grizz. I know you be snappy. You don't give a damn. I know a lot of people are more snappy than I am. It's just sometimes, when I'm listening to these people speak, right? I'm just sometimes in a daze. I'm just like, wow. I just can't feel my hair be sticking up. I'm just like, wow, like and they are far out there. I mean, far out there. And it trips me out. I'm not gonna lie. So I just get like, I'm more snappy. Yeah, Grizz is like, nope, shut up, be quiet, quiet, nope, shut up. We got a new guest. It was kind of crazy today. So listen, Sabrina, as you know, I don't. That's why I don't like to open the panel up to. I don't like to open the panel so much, especially to friendlies, because people start talking over people. And I know we are passionate about this, so it does piss us off. So I'm gonna let one friendly up at a time. I know Sabrina, even wanting to try to talk to somebody, please don't think that I didn't. I'm not paying attention. I do. So the next time I'll make sure to bring you up, you only, so you can have a one-on-one with somebody. I will have days that I'll do that, where I'll just bring up one friendly and they can have one-on-ones. So we can give each other, that time. In the meantime, everybody, real quick, let's double tap the screen, share the live, hit the arrow at the bottom right corner, repost it, copy the link, add it to your story. All counts as a share. Sharing is caring. If you ain't tapping, you is napping. Okay? And tapping is clapping. Sharing is caring. Let's go. Over in the tube, if you would like to give me a call, there's a number that starts with a 210. You can have a civil debate and or conversation over the phone. It's up to you. Stop being a pussycat like what is it? Sean in the comments, or no, Spudnik. You have your number posted. If you are scared to answer, why would you have your number posted? Bro, you're so full of shit. You did not call. You're so full of shit. Maybe he's calling now. Bueno.
From.
Ryan.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail.
Hello, Ryan. Are you a Trump supporter?
Yeah,
Okay, how old are you and what state are you chiming in from?
38, Florida.
Why do you still support Trump?
Well, I'm a conservative. The liberals are for communism and abortion and trans stuff, and I just can't get with it.
Please tell me what is conservative about Trump?
He's more conservative than the Democrats are. I
How?
don't think he's a model of conservatism, but I think he has conservative views.
Such as?
Well, he wanted the abortion to get sent back to the states. He's against abortion, and I think that's the biggest one. And he's against trans, ideology.
Are you worried about 1% of the population?
It's not just the 1%.
It is
It's
1%.
the entire. Right. No, I'm saying trans are, but I'm saying the entire LGBTQ has become, in the youngest generation, I think it's 25% in recent studies. And there's different ranges there, but 20 to 30% of Gen Z, Gen Alpha, whatever you want to call it, identifying as LGBTQ. And it has implications on birth rates and our ability to fight wars if a quarter of our population has this condition.
Do you know how many lives have been, you know how many suicides have taken place because of people like you and the LGBTQIA plus community? Because of people like you. Do you know how many, deaths there has been? Not
If
only
it wasn't,
suicides, but actual people like taunting them.
how many people committed suicide based on trans issues like before the year 2000, would you say?
I'd say it's been happening literally for decades on end.
Okay, so what statistics do you have to show that people have been committing suicide because they're trans?
Here.
Because they actually have data on suicide notes, and they've been actually keeping records for reasons that people kill themselves, and being trans was never a problem until it became a mainstream thing.
It was always a problem.
So I'm actually saving people.
Nobody
and
came
you,
out. There was a lot of people, and there's a lot of transgender women back in the day, transgender men back in the day. They were just too scared to come out because of people like you. because
How
you
come they
have
weren't
like
killing themselves?
why do you have LGBT? Why are you have phobia? Why are you homophobic? You know,
I care about
most
I
homophobics
care about
are
children.
actually most homophobics actually are like in the closet. You know that?
I don't know, but I care about children.
Okay, what does that have to do with LGBTQIA plus community?
Well, it's a doctrine that's becoming a part of elementary school when you see pride flags being hung above and in replacement of American flags. You've got a huge cultural impact there, and I don't think it's right. I think kids should be free of that
Well, we don't care
political
about your
nonsense.
thoughts or your opinions or your fifis. We don't care about
Well,
it.
then why do you have a phone number up there to get
We're here
people
to
to call
debate
in?
facts. Okay, we're here to debate. So let's go back to 2023. So approximately
Your dog hears
26%.
that you're losing the debate.
No, he just knows it's just your voice is getting on his nerves.
Mm-hmm.
So approximately 26% of transgender high school students reported attempting
You're the one talking.
suicide.
He's barking at your voice.
He's barking at my daughter, you dumbass. So anyways, 26% of transgender high school students reported attempting suicide during this previous year. 53% seriously considered suicide during that year. CDC Youth Risk Behavior Survey. In 2022, U.S. Transgender Survey, 40% of transgender adults surveyed reporting attempting suicide at some point in their lives. So, research connects the elevated risk to factors such as bullying, family rejection, violence, discrimination, homelessness, and lack of support. People like you.
Well, what was that percentage before trans became popular?
It's not a populist thing. Hey, what's up, Kane? How you doing, my brother? What are you talking about popular?
I'm saying
It's
it's
not about
become.
it's not a trend. It's not a popular thing. This is
Mhm.
actual people. And I don't know why you're worried about 1% again of the population. Why are you worried? Why are you homophobic? Are you in the closet?
No, I repeated the national security concern and the
How?
reproductive rate concern.
What reproductive rate? What are you talking about? Oh, white people?
No.
Then?
I'm just talking about Americans in general, young Americans.
What about young
And
Americans? You want them to be straight. You want them to just live by your rules and your rules only. Because so that way you can feel better, even though it's not part of your life. So you can
no, I want that.
so
I
you
want
can
them to
freaking
have
feel better.
healthy lives.
They're
No,
not they're not having healthy lives if they
right.
are considering to take their life.
Do you think the fact that they're thinking to take their life has anything to do to the fact that they hate their own body?
I just told you right now that in factors such as bullying, family rejection, violence, discrimination, homelessness, and lack of support. It's not just simply being transgender. Supportive families are associated with substantial lower risk. Do you have kids?
Did you know? No.
Ah, thank God.
Did you know that if you compare? Did you know that if you compare the suicide rate of trans people with the suicide rate of Jews under Nazi Germany, it's the same?
Fuck, okay? I don't give a
Why not?
flying schnizzle.
That's what we're talking about.
No,
That's what we're talking about.
That's the past.
It's what we're talking
current
about.
Events. Current events. And the fact that you brought up World War II tells me that you love the Hitler ideology. That just tells me that you're okay with it. That's gross. You're gross. It's people like you in America that need to get gone.
You're a performer. You're a joke.
Okay, whatever. You're
not even having a conversation.
You're freaking
You
fake.
can't even hear the metaphor. You can't even hear the metaphor.
I'm not gonna hear your hatred.
It's not it's math.
No, you have a hatred towards, and that's the whole.
I love them. You hate them.
The entire research connection of literally people like you that
if
are
they weren't
bullying,
thinking this way, then
discriminating,
they wouldn't be wanting to kill themselves because of the
again,
bully.
It's because of the bullying of people like you, the discrimination of like people like yourself. Stay out of their goddamn business. It's none of your business.
Someone wants to chop off their appendages, and then it's
none of
it's
your
other
business.
people's problem.
It's none of your business.
For adults, yes. For
It's
children, they
none
should
of
stay
your
away.
business. What
Well,
does children have to do with that?
children have everything to do with it.
How? Explain that shit to me.
Well, kids are in schools and they're
And
being taught that this is a viable way to live. And
that's false. They're not being taught that.
yes, they are.
No, they're not. And then provide me a source that backs up your claim.
My claim is a very broad one. You should be able to accept
Provide
that.
me a source that backs up your claim.
My claim is, first off, you're going to have to hear the claim.
You just said the claim.
Repeat it back to me then, if you know the claim.
No, I'm not going to repeat it back to you. Provide me a source.
Yeah,
I'm not
you
sure.
don't know.
I'm not your operator. I'm not your secretary. Okay, I'm not here to go back and recording and rewind. No. Provide me a source that backs your stupid claims on children being taught basically to be transgender or gay. Bring it up.
Well, no, I never said that they were being taught to be transgender or gay.
Oh, you just said
No, it's
they were
not.
taught. They're being taught in school. You're worried about children when you don't even have
No.
children. You don't even
No, they're
have
being
children. Why
exposed
are you
to
worried
it.
about? Why aren't you worried about the children that are currently being held in detention centers and cruel and
I care
unusual
about
punishment is being carried on right now. Literally, infants and
Uh-huh.
children, toddlers, babies, little girls
care
are
about
being
children in the womb.
little children are being raped while they're in these detention centers. You are so hung up on the LGBTQIA plus community when literally children are being harmed here on U.S. soil and you don't care. Please miss me with your bullshnizzle.
I'm dealing with one set of kids at a time.
What kids are you dealing with? Are you a teacher?
Oh no,
You're not
we're
a
talking
teacher.
about
You're not
the
a
topic.
parent. You're not even a fucking parent. And you're coming
See,
out worried about kids? You're not
that's
worried
called
about
a
kids.
logical fallacy.
You're
It's
not
called an
worried about
argument from
kids.
authority.
You're not worried about kids. You
Do you
could
know what
give
an
a damn
argument from
about
authority
kids.
is?
You don't care about kids. You do not care about children.
Of course I do.
No, you don't.
Of course I do.
No, you don't.
Okay.
I just gave you a
Prove that I
reason
don't.
why. I just gave you reason. I just proved
Prove
it.
that
I said there's
No.
currently children that are being held in detention centers with the lights on 24/7. They're being fed rotten food. They're being fed food with maggots in it. They're being given water that's making them violently ill. They're not being provided adequate medical care. They are literally in shit world. I'm talking about those kids on U.S. soil. That's a real thing that's going on right now. And you're worried about the LGBTQIA plus community?
If those things are happening,
you don't care about
if
children.
those things,
they are happening. It's a fact. Go look
okay,
it up.
let's
Daily Texas.
assume they
I'm not
they are
assuming
for a
shit.
moment.
I'm telling you a fact. Go
Okay,
look
let's
it up.
accept it as fact.
Go look at the family daily detention center.
Okay, I agree with you. Let's say
You have no choice.
No, let's say yes. I'm trying to agree with you for a moment.
It's a fact, though.
Okay.
But you don't care about kids.
No, I'm saying you just said what it is. I didn't say whether it was good or bad. I would actually say that those things sound very bad, but I don't believe you that they're true. You're going to have to provide.
I did. You want me to
provide
provide you
a
a
source?
Let me provide you a source.
Yeah, go ahead.
Since you can
Go
provide
ahead.
me one. You can provide.
Go
I'm
ahead.
the one that had to bring up the statistics and the percentile
Well, you made the claim.
of suicide, but you made a claim earlier that children were being taught this in school. You didn't want to provide me a source, right? But it's okay. You are the moron anyways. Let me go on with that. Let's see here.
It's funny, like you guys say, like it's good that it's happening, but it's not happening. It's good that it's being taught in schools. It's good that teachers are being more supportive.
Provide me a source that it's being taught in schools.
Well, everyone knows too. Like, and this is an issue in California.
Provide me a source.
The Supreme Court.
No,
I think they
that's
ruled.
not a source.
They
I don't
ruled
care
on
about
keeping.
No, you said I think.
Oh, the Supreme Court's not a source.
No, you said I think.
Okay.
No, sir. You need to provide me a reliable source that I can actually look up myself.
You're so sad.
But I'm going to provide you that.
You're such a sad, angry torta.
Torta con frijol, pendejo. Vete a la chingada, güey.
Good one.
Good one. You don't even know what the fuck
Is
I
that-
said. All you know
Is
is
that
like,
the extent of your argument?
MAGA. MAGA says torta. So I'm going to say torta. I'm going to say torta. You're so dumb.
I bet you're a chimichanga.
That shit doesn't offend me, dude. You're just an ignorant, freaking upset white man that's afraid of a brown nation.
I love that. I love that we're a melting pot. I think you're the angry one.
You're just an
'Cause
angry. You're just an angry white man that we are accepting people that have not been
Am I?
accepted for decades on end. You're just a mad white man. That's why you called me torta.
Tell me
Because
what
you're
else
afraid of
you
a
think.
brown nation. I'm coming up with the sources
Oh,
regarding Dilley,
what else,
Texas.
what else do I think? What else do I think?
That's what you are.
What am
I just said it. I'm not gonna repeat myself.
I? Okay.
All right, here we go. Multiple
Does that make you
credible
feel better?
sources. Okay, strongest sources is Associated Press, February 28, 2026. Worms, mold in food, poor or delayed medical treatment, lights remaining on around the clock, children losing weight and struggling to sleep, very limited schooling and recreation, a 13-year-old harming herself after her mental health deteriorated. Let's see here. ProPublica, February 9, 2026. Worms and mold in food, children repeatedly becoming sick, harmful metal bunk beds, numerous people sharing
What are your
rooms,
stats?
sleep deprivation. I gave listen, I'm giving you the sources.
How
It's
many
up to
people
you.
are dying in captivity? Let's
I'm not sure,
let's look at
secretary,
that
and I'm not looking that shit up. You got
because it
me
doesn't exist.
fucked up. I just gave you sources. You're an idiot.
No,
You
zero
want to
people have
stay in
died.
denial. You want to stay in denial. Go
Someone
ahead.
reports they have
Stay
a
in
worm in their
denial,
soup.
you idiot. That's why I know you
Someone
don't
says,
give a
"What are
shit
the
about
stats?
children. You don't
What are
care
the
about
stats?
children. The fact that you're
I
up here
love
saying,
children.
I love children and I care about children and I care about
I'm not
children
yet.
and the
You're the one who wants to kill
LGBTQIA
them in the
plus
womb."
and the children and blah, blah, blah. And I'm literally telling you that children are repeatedly becoming ill. They have the lights on around the clock. That is a psychological torture.
So go ahead and kill them then. Let's just kill the kids then, right? Through abortion.
Now you want to pivot.
No, I mean I'm bored with the other stuff.
No, you're pivoting.
What do you want to talk about? What have you nailed me on?
What
You've nailed me
I've
on
nailed you
zero.
on
You're just angry.
LGBTQIA plus community. I've nailed you
How
in
so?
regards to
How
children
so?
that are.
How so?
I already gave you the stats.
Now go
I
ahead
gave
and
you
tell
the
me how
sources.
did you get
I gave
me?
you the
How
sources
did you
about
get me?
Dilley, Texas, about children. You don't care about children. You don't.
I'm the one who wants to.
So for you
So
to
this is why I'm bringing up
for
abortion. You're
you to
talking about
call,
children.
no, for you to call up here, but listen, a fetus is not a child.
Yeah, of course it is.
So we're not gonna, but I'm not gonna pivot to that because I want you to look up what I'm giving you. The
You brought
Associated
it up.
Press. You brought up abortion, not me.
I have no doubt. I mean,
ProPublica,
in good faith, I'll take your
ProPublica,
word for it that
Texas
there are
Tribune,
worms in somebody's,
Texas
soup
Tribune,
somewhere.
August 12th, 2026. This is
Okay,
very
what's it say?
recent. So I just,
What's it say?
Texas Tribune, August 12th,
Well,
2026. That's
okay.
all I have to give you. The U.S.
Oh,
Senate Judiciary Committee, July 31st, 2026.
okay. So go ahead and read it. What's it say?
I don't have to read it. I just gave you the sources so you can read it yourself. I'm not your fucking secretary, bro.
So you
I
said
know
nothing.
I know you're used to women doing shit for you, but I'm wrong, bitch.
Well,
Hey,
you said
you
something.
got
You
the
said
wrong
Associated Press.
torta.
I heard Associated Press, and there were
Texas
worms in someone's
Tribune,
soup.
Dilley, Texas. Family
Okay,
Detention
wow.
Center. Dilley,
How many people
Texas.
died?
Dilley, we were on the subject of children. And I
Yeah, we're
said, you
talking about
don't
children,
care about children.
right? How
You
many? I
don't
care about
care.
children.
You
How many
don't
died here?
care. You
How many died?
don't care. You
How
don't
many
care
died?
about children. You're worried about them dying instead of what they're going through.
Yeah, I care about whether they live or
You
die. That's
don't
the
care
important thing.
how. Okay, so cruel and unusual punishment is okay.
No, I don't think it's
Yes.
happening.
I
You
just
haven't
gave you
proven that it's
sources.
happening.
I gave you several sources. The fuck is wrong
You
with
said
you?
that
You know
someone
what?
said something
You are,
on
listen, you
Associated
know what you
Press
are?
about
Okay,
worms
I'm
in
gonna
their
let him
soup.
talk.
You said nothing else. You said nothing else. You said Associated Press. You said there's soup. Someone complained that there was in their food there was some kind of okay. How many people are dead? That's the important thing. I want If people are dying, we'll both work
So
on
if
it
children
together.
are not eating, that's not important. So children
Whether
being in a facility where the lights are on 24/7, it's okay with you. You're
how many are
disgusting.
dying of hunger? How many are dying of
You're
hunger?
disgusting. You're a disgusting POS. You are.
Zero are dying of hunger.
You are.
Zero.
You are.
Zero.
Go look it up yourself.
Zero. No, I
Okay.
know. I already have
So
it. It's zero.
so now you're misinforming.
Go ahead and say.
You're
Go
not
ahead and then
having
tell me.
you're not having a conversation. What?
What's the answer?
I'm not here. I'm not talking about death. I'm talking about mistreatment. You said you care about
Yeah.
children. No, you
Yeah.
fucking
Tell me
don't.
the
You don't
show me the
care
proof that
about
there's
children.
systemized
You don't care
mistreatment
about
of people. Of
children.
course I do.
You don't
I care
care
about the 6
about
million
children.
abortions per
You
year
don't
that
care
happen.
about children. Those are not children. Those are not
Oh, okay.
living children
Oh, you're right.
outside the womb.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
You're right.
So stop
You're right.
pivoting.
You're right, honey.
Stop pivoting,
Oh my God.
moron. Stop pivoting,
Whoever has to live
moron.
with you,
Stop
God bless
pivoting,
this.
moron.
God bless the
Stop
person who has
pivoting,
to live with you.
moron. Bitch, you have no kids. So nobody wants to be with your dumb ass. You
Well,
don't
I
have
got plenty of
kids.
time.
You
That's
don't
the
have
difference.
you
I got
don't have
plenty of
kids.
time.
You don't have
I got
kids.
plenty of time.
You don't have
I
kids.
got
And
time.
I hope you don't.
I got
God
time.
forbid,
Oh, I got
babe.
time.
God forbid they be part of the LGBTQIA plus community because daddy will reject them completely.
No,
Or don't tell me
people
you're
aren't
going to
born
take
that
them
way.
to a church and they're going to have it prayed away. Pray the gayness
People
away.
aren't
Prayed away.
people aren't born that way. People
You're
are not
you're a
born
nut
that
job.
way.
You're a nut job. Let me see here.
You're
Sales
so offended.
over everything.
You can't have a
Are you a Trump
conversation.
supporter?
Yeah, I am.
How old are you? What
Talking to
state are
me?
you chiming in from?
Yeah, I'm 21. I'm from Louisiana.
Why do you still support Trump?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I support Trump due to just tariffs and trades, his energy policies, immigration, government reformation, health and public safety, things like that. Also taxes from 2017.
Tariffs. How are tariffs helping us?
Yeah, so due to the tariffs, we have protection of U.S. manufacturing, and it's aimed to just lower the reliance of foreign supply. A lot of people talk about how tariffs made us actually spend more money than they did, but due to the tariffs, now a lot of countries are less likely to import, so we have to then amp up our U.S. manufacturers, which are not only better for U.S. people, but also we can export more products throughout foreign supply chains.
How's that working out?
Yeah, it's actually working out really well. Our GDP is up. Our gross product that we manufacture in the U.S. from all U.S. parts is up, I believe, 23% since Trump got into office, according to SpectrumNews.org. Also, I also don't support abortion. I'm a pro-lifer,
I
so
don't care.
and Trump is
I
against
don't
that.
care. You're a
Why would you
man,
not
and we're not
care?
because you don't have the reproductive organs of a woman,
Got you.
unless you're able to agree with me that all males should have a vasectomy by the age of 18, then we can have a talk.
Gotcha. So wait, real quick question. I'm not going to talk about abortion, but I want to ask. So, you
Do
think
you
only
think
women or only people with reproductive organs
child
should be able to talk
sacrifice
about
is bad?
abortion?
Reproductive organs where you can bear a child.
Got you. Okay. So, do you
There's
were
no
you a
bearing
part
on
of
the
World War II?
argument.
Were you a part of World War II?
That's a dumb question. No.
Yeah. Okay. You weren't. So,
Didn't
are
ask
you
the
allowed to
question.
talk
I
about
just
World
said
War II?
my gender or your gender or sex or
That's a
whatever has
dumb
no
comparison.
No, it's not a dumb
no bearing on the
comparison.
argument.
You're
A
saying
war, a historical war,
I'm not
okay?
comparing them.
And
I'm
a
not comparing them.
woman,
I'm comparing the
a
act.
female's organs and a reproductive system that they can bear children have been going on for literally centuries on end. The fact
Well,
that you're trying to compare a woman's
Yeah.
reproductive
So
organs to a
I'm not
war is
comparing.
freaking funny as hell.
Yes, yeah, I'm not comparing the
I don't know what
act
you're
of
talking about.
abortion versus war. I'm comparing the same
A war?
ideology you're
I
using.
don't know what you
If a
mean.
man
I'm not.
cannot talk
Would
about
you
reproductive
agree that
organs,
males should have a vasectomy before the age of 18? All males.
with what
Oh,
grounds can you make that claim?
Yeah, so that way we don't reproduce, and then when they're ready to
Okay,
have children, then they can, go ahead and reverse the process, and then him and that woman, whenever they're ready to have
So
children, they can do
so
so.
you're okay to it's okay to
Understandable.
violate bodily
No,
autonomy, like you
I
don't
would
want women to
recommend
have violate.
condoms and
Okay,
whatever
so that's how
people
you
want to use.
feel. Then why should we have this conversation?
Well, it's violating bodily
No,
autonomy, which
because
is
people
like one
can
of the
use
main
condoms,
It's
things.
okay. It's
and
okay for
even
you.
still,
I'm not even talking to you,
even
bro.
still,
Anyways, so you're
go
okay with
ahead.
like a child, being raped and having to carry that child till the end?
Yeah. So pro-life has what's called exceptions, and my
Well,
exceptions
I
would be
don't see how
grape
that
and life
child
of the
Don't care
mother.
about your
did
exceptions.
anything
You do not
wrong.
make the laws. For instance, in Texas, it is against the law to have an abortion, and there's the only exception is the woman's life.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And
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 even
that's
and
it.
then,
um,
and even then, physicians are worried about performing a DNC because that could be considered an abortion.
yeah,
So would
but
you agree
that's
that
one state.
like
There's I
all the
believe three states
96
that
other
hold
Look,
that
I
percent
manner.
don't
that
care what you think. I
are
don't care
not
if you're saying I
as a
believe
result of
that
rape?
should be an exception. I don't care about your exceptions because you're not the law.
Okay, but
No,
you
I'm just
are
saying,
not the law either, so
like,
you
would you
can make
agree
the
that, like,
claim,
let's
but
just
I
say we
can't make the
agreed on
claim. What
rape,
is
The law
that
what is logic
law
about
was put
that?
in place where abortions were illegal for a reason because women
Gotcha.
were
So you
losing their
you
lives.
only
Hey,
follow
are
with
you
the
gonna
law.
talk over me?
I'm just asking you a question.
Are you
I'm not
gonna keep
You
talking.
only
talking over
follow the
me? Are
law.
you gonna keep
I'm
talking
not
over
trying
me?
to. No,
Yes, you
not
are.
trying to.
Yes, you are.
Okay, talk. Go
So
ahead.
there was
My bad.
prior to abortions being
You
legalized,
might have a delay there a
so
little bit.
many women were actually losing their lives. Okay, I'm not talking to you anymore, bro. You have nothing to say. Women were losing their lives because they were having abortions regardless. So now we're gonna go back to the 1940s, 50s, and all that. Is that what we want to do?
Uh,
We want to put
yeah,
women in
I
danger?
think the medical standpoint we had in 1940 comparative to now is
Yeah.
completely different. We have safer surgeries, safer procedures for women to get abortions and to actually carry their
Right, but
child. We have
you
better
want
prenatal
them to
care.
ban, you want them to ban abortion. So you want us to go back to the 1940s? Is that
I
what
want
you
them
want?
to have a regulation on abortion, not ban.
There's
I'm not an
regula
abolitionist.
well, I mean, they're illegal
Uh,
here in Texas, so there you go. I mean, what is it?
yeah, well,
What do you
no,
want?
it's not illegal. It's a
It is
regulation. It's not a
illegal.
fair regulation. So
It is
okay, illegal
illegal.
would be
It
the
is
act would have to
illegal in
be illegal.
Texas. Did you know that if a
Well,
Texan resident goes to another state to have an abortion, they will find them and lock them up? Hello,
yeah, because that's
goodbye.
illegal.
Did I not just say it was
The
illegal in
act,
Texas?
yes, but all acts, it's a difference between being illegal and being a type of illegal. Only parts of abortion, elective abortions, are illegal.
There is no exception except the woman's life.
So there is an exception.
The woman's life. If the woman's life is
Exactly,
in
that's an
danger,
exception.
if
There's not
it
a
is,
state that actually
if
exactly. There's
if
not a
it is,
state in
and
all
I
of the
just
U.S.
said that physicians are very weary. They're very worried about actually providing a DNC because it could be considered an abortion. So women in Texas have to go to different doctors. Make sure that we get the doctor that's not fucking scared to do it.
Yeah.
It's just
So what?
scary. Listen, shut up. You're a male. Please don't talk to me about abortion. That is real fucking triggering for me because you have a dick and you should have been shot in the sock. That's what your mama should have swallowed.
Got you. Okay. So you're just
Got
coming
me.
at someone's person.
I just am tired of little fucking boys coming up here. I never get a female that comes up here to say that they are against abortion ever. It's always a freaking male. I'm sick and tired of hearing these little stupid boys coming up here.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, salesman.
Would you like me to get a
Hey, wait,
female up here?
salesman. Hi.
Yeah. What's up, Sabrina?
Yeah, I have a few questions for you. What are you
What's up?
doing? Okay. Why the hell do you think that you can tell other strangers what to do with their body? And why the
Uh,
hell do you think that you could tell women what to do with their body?
Yeah, it's not telling women what to do with their body. It's explaining to women that they don't have the right to somebody else's body. It's very simple.
It actually, it's a fetus that is in our body. It has nothing to do with you. It's not taking your resources. And also, there's a lot of reasons why we need to have this Roe v. Wade overturned, back the way it was. It should have never been touched. Number one, the woman can be taking medication that could damage or harm the fetus. Have you considered that?
Yeah, I have.
Okay. And number two, the woman could be also ill, and any medication, any illness that they may be going through could be very harmful to the fetus. Would you want to harm the fetus?
Yeah, illness such as what?
It could be let's see, autoimmune disease. It could be they develop cancer. It could be they have there's a lot of different, I'm talking about just illness in general.
Diabetes,
Got
high
you.
blood pressure.
Right, high
Got
blood
you. Okay,
pressure,
so
diabetes, all that stuff.
yeah, so a large majority of ABs that are permissed in
No.
majority of the states, not all the states,
Okay,
actually
but
cause
you don't,
with
you're
causality.
not understanding. You're not
No, I'm
understanding.
understanding. I'm answering your question. So the causality of the pregnancy does not give you those diseases. You have to have some sort of predisposition to
That's what I'm
those.
saying. I said,
So
what if they
okay,
have a
I understand. I
pre-existing
understand.
condition? It's a
So if they
pre-existing
have,
condition, and they get pregnant, and they're taking medication that will harm the fetus.
yeah. So
That's what I
there
asked.
is. I don't think at least you can tell me if I'm wrong, but I don't think there's a medication that there is not some form of substitute that would work for you
Okay, how about
that you can use
a
while in pregnancy.
benzodiazepine? A benzodiazepine. How about an opioid? How about let's
Yeah,
see,
there's other pain.
No, there isn't.
Benzodiazepines are primarily
No, there isn't.
benzodiazepines are primarily used for anxiety.
What is the other option that they should take? What
For
other medication?
for benzodiazepine.
I'm not talking about
For
that.
benzodiazepines.
What if they're on
not
opioids?
for benzo. So
Opioids. Okay, there's many
my
other
question is
muscle
in
relaxers and pain
general.
relievers that
There's
don't
a
need
lot of
strict opioids.
medications for pre-existing conditions that will harm the fetus. So just in
100%.
general, I'm not going to say a specific medication, but so say that I'm 46. Say I become pregnant unexpectedly. Okay. I take medication. I am 46. That's a at-risk age. It's not going to be healthy for me to be carrying a child, a fetus. Sorry, not a child, not until they're born. But you don't even care about that.
Yeah, so it's not that I don't care about
So
it.
you
It
don't care
depends
about
on the
the life of the mother.
No, I do care about life of the mother. It's in life or unalivement situations. I don't want to get the live ban, but when you
There is no state that considers ABs a red rum.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never said they did. When you talk about, you're kind of misunderstanding that I think that all these states are right in how they function. There is a certain state. I don't think there's a single state that has proper views on how abortion should be handled. I think any woman who gets raped, should be able to have the choice for an abortion. Same with life of the mother.
That's not even
and
an
same with
exception, though. That's not even an exception.
Exactly.
no,
In
it's
6 weeks.
yes, exactly. So it
about
should be
what
an
you
exception.
think.
Yeah.
We don't care about the shouldas, the couldas, the wouldas. It doesn't matter. You don't have a uterus, so you'll never be the one enforcing this law on your own body. You'll be voting
Got
to
you,
enforce
but
it
I'm
on
a
somebody
voter.
else's.
But I'm a voter,
baffles.
so I do help make good decisions.
You're a voter on our body. You're a voter on our body.
I'm a voter on the
no
laws that
regulation.
change with body
Men have
autonomy.
no regulations against their body.
Yeah, men and
have
women
all
have
these
regulations.
laws against their body, and y'all always want to repeal the 19th Amendment, and it's disgusting.
No one wants to appeal the 19th
You want to
Amendment.
control. All you want is control over women.
Why would I want to appeal the 19th
You
Amendment?
That's all they have, mamas. All they have
Exactly.
is abortion. You
Why-
have nothing else that you're
No,
reasons
well,
for
they have-
supporting Trump. It's always abortion or the border.
And they're always
Yeah, I have multiple other
attacking the groups that are harmless, like LGBTQ. They're always attacking people
I fully support LGBTQ.
that do not okay. But I'm talking about in general. MAGA is always just attacking groups, and y'all are the ones that should be. Y'all are the dangerous ones. Y'all
Got you.
are the
How is
ones
that?
look up the crime rates of the amount of Republican politicians that have been caught doing the most disgusting, heinous acts against children. Look it up.
Yeah,
Most recently, just there was a senator, a couple of people who have been, and I can probably just get the information, but if you are blind to that and you're over here trying to regulate our bodies, you're weird.
Yeah, so I'm not trying to regulate bodies. I'm trying to save human life. It's a
No,
difference.
but you don't care about human lives. Sorry, go
Yeah, I
ahead.
do.
No, you
I
don't.
do.
No, you
How
don't,
was that?
because that fetus is not considered a human until it's out
It's
of
not
the
a Homo
womb.
sapien species. It's not a Homo sapien species.
It
But
is
just like
not
Riot
able to
said,
live without the host, bro. Okay.
Riot said
Okay,
that
it's
the
not
people
able
in
to live.
the people in the detention centers, there are children and mothers and people, and they're elderly people, and they're treated like crap. Those are living people. These are people, and you don't give a shit about that.
Says who? When did I even
You
bring up detention centers? I think we should do
supposedly
a
care
full. I
about
think
a
we should
fetus,
fully
a
revamp
fetus that
multiple.
you supposedly care about a fetus that does not affect you in any way. But when that fetus is born and that mother is all alone, maybe the father left or whatever maybe, and the mother is poor, unable to afford it, and y'all also shame the woman for getting assistance, public
No.
assistance. Yes,
Nope.
y'all
I
do.
fully support. I
but
believe
y'all
we
do.
should have a
Okay.
separate system for
You
single mothers.
voted against it. You
Yeah, no. So
voted
I voted.
against it. That's
Yeah.
what you
So
don't
Donald Trump.
understand. That hold on, because you like to talk over people. You're
I
voting
didn't talk
for
over
the
anybody.
rights of people's rights to be taken away, like the IEPs in schools, like people that have disabilities. You want to talk about women can't get no type of ABs because of whatever fucking reason. But when the baby comes and it has multiple problems, maybe a missing arm, I don't know, the cleft on their lip, they have Down syndrome, and the family can't be able to take care of the baby in order to be able to give them a life like anybody else. You guys don't speak on that. Because
Yeah, and
now,
I think it should openly be supported.
sir,
Yes.
hold on. Because your vote doesn't, you're contradicting yourself. You're saying, oh, I'm for this, but you voted against all of that. And now they're
No, so I
even saying
didn't.
that people with disabilities, which are elderly and kids with disabilities, they're threatening us to take our kids and our elderly away and put them into homes. So now we can't do in-home care. That's what you voted for. So miss me
Yeah.
with the
Okay. What
bullshit. Miss me with
or
the
act has
bullshit.
been proposed? Well, can you name one policy or act that's been proposed that we're going to do that? That you don't have the ability to have
Can you tell me what your
at
state's
home
actual
care.
maternal mortality rate? Can you tell me your state's maternity mortality rate?
Again, you're cut out. Mortality rate in Louisiana.
Yes. Do you know the rate?
I don't know the exact rate. I can look it up for
Okay,
you.
then why are we going to be sitting here talking to you?
Yeah, because I know the
Prepared with that
like
because
U.S.
you
Because I don't know just my state. I don't care about just Louisiana. I
you
care
thought
about
you
the
came up here
U.S.
you thought you were all ready to come up here and talk about ABs because that's what you wanted. You wanted to focus on abortion.
No, actually, I
And then you brought
stated
up the
3 other things
border.
before I talk
Then
about
you
abortion.
brought up the border. So that what Sabrina was saying. Let's put that hand in hand. So you support you're pro-life, right? But yet you're not pro-life with the detention centers. Make
Yeah,
that
I
shit
am.
make sense.
Yeah, I am.
Exactly, and all the SA that has happened in detention centers where children are pregnant.
Yep.
Children, not women, which is even just as bad, but children that most likely, if they have the baby, their life is in danger because they're pushing a watermelon size out of their body, which is not even fully developed yet. Because that's an actual fact as well. But you guys don't talk about
What's
any
a
of that.
fact?
You just want to talk about the border, the border, the border.
I didn't say. I want to make a note. I said 3 things before I talked about immigration. Then I said 4 things before I talked about abortion. You wanted to go into abortion, and then you said a man doesn't have the right because he doesn't have a
Yeah,
uterus. And
you
I said,
don't
why
have
is
the
that
right.
so?
You don't have the right because listen, if you care so much about a life, then care about the lives
Hmm.
that are already here.
Yeah. So I care about all lives, the ones that are
Care
here and not
about the
here.
lives that are here right
Yeah.
now. They're
Okay.
being
So, yeah.
tortured
A
right
fetus is here.
now.
A fetus
A
is here.
fetus is not here because there's not a
Yes. The
guarantee
fetus.
that it's not
They're
a
on this
guarantee
earth.
the woman is not going to be able to carry that
It's not a guarantee.
child full term.
Yeah.
It is not a guarantee that woman is going to be able to hold that child. Miscarriages happen all the time.
It's not a guarantee you're going to wake up in the morning. It's not a guarantee anyone's going to live past the next 10 seconds.
It is a
Both, all
guarantee.
four of us,
It is a
all four of
guarantee.
us could
It is
unalive right now.
guaranteed. It is guaranteed that in the conditions that the detention centers have right now, currently, infants, children, babies, toddlers, children, they are being fed food with worms in it, water that is
Do you have
so
evidence of
bad.
that?
Yes, the Texas
Can you show
Tribune,
me?
Texas Tribune, AP, look in Texas, Diddy, Texas. Look at the dire conditions there.
What state is he from, by the way?
Louisiana.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Because I'm pulling those up real quick, because mine is the third highest state.
Texas Tribune. What am I looking at on Texas Tribune? It just brings up a city.
Let's go. Texas Tribune. Look up the Dilley, Texas Family Detention
Yeah, Texas
Center.
Tribune. It's a radical left nonprofit organization.
Not a radical. Listen, okay, I'm gonna give you other ones. I just gave you AP.
I'm going to the CDC on this. What is the question at hand, Riot?
We're talking right now. I was telling him that he's worried about fetuses that have not even matured. It's not a guarantee that they're going to make it through full term, but yet we actually have children and we actually have babies that are being held in the detention center right now as we speak currently that are being mentally tortured with having the lights on 24/7.
Another. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. And they're just in dire conditions, medically, everything.
Yeah, medically, there's overcrowding problems, there's living condition problems. I completely agree.
I wonder why. Maybe because the Trompa decided to shut down a lot of the centers that were already in place. Maybe it has something to do with that. I don't know. Maybe it's because he fired
deportation
a bunch
centers.
Hold on,
Deportation
sir. Maybe
centers has been there
because
since
we
Obama.
decided to let all the people, the jobs go. The nurses that used to work at the detention centers, they used to give medical care. Maybe it has something to do with that. I don't know.
And before you go, Maddie, I know you want to say something, baby. Let me just tell you that that detention center was shut down for a reason under Biden, and it was reopened under the Trump administration.
I didn't say Biden.
You can look up Joaquin Castro. Joaquin Castro, our congressman here, has visited the center himself and is trying to shut it down because of these dire conditions.
By the way, you are second in the country on babies that are low weight, like with a low birth rate. You come very close.
We have the worst ranked state in all of the U.S. I mean, I think that's something that can be presumed, yes. We have the worst healthcare system, worst education system, with the highest crime rate. We are the worst drug state in all of the U.S. by a mile.
Then why are you telling people?
Yeah, I'm not talking about Louisiana. I'm talking about all of the U.S.
I know. What are we going to do to fix that, though? Because
we vote.
Exactly. We don't vote fucking Republicans in because you can tell by your state alone that you have the poorest education. You have the highest livings.
Yeah. It's due to gang violence.
For like a long time.
Yeah, due to gang violence.
Another thing is, I live in a state where we have the Libertarian Party, or a lot in our own country. Well, not our country, but our senator is a Libertarian and my congressman is a Libertarian. Why is the Republican Party like, we need smaller government, but we're going to tell women what to do with their bodies?
Yeah, I actually support a lot of the ideas that the Libertarian Party has, especially left and right Libertarian parties, or a centralist libertarian, which I believe. What state are you in? Because I only know two senators.
From the state of Kentucky.
Yeah, Kentucky. Yeah, he's a centralist libertarian, but I believe so.
But still, we got people saying that we want small government, but hey, only if we get to tell you what to do.
Yeah, well, I think the difference is the fact that the smaller government when it comes to the Republican side of the party is less of a state government, more of just a less federal. A Libertarian Party is more of like a state elected government that a state kind of occupies on its own, and the federal government has little to no impact. When it comes to Republican Party, the federal government is still supported. It's just not as intense like it would be in a socialist party, a Democratic Party, a communist party, something of that nature. That's the only reason.
But you do gotta admit, also, we should not be telling each other what to do with our bodies. Like,
Yeah.
if men were given birth to say you can guarantee you healthcare would be free, we would have daggone days for maternity.
Well, no, men do give birth. Trans men give birth. They have the same, depending on their state, they have the exact same conditions. So men do give birth.
Yes.
And also, I'm not saying that the biggest claims is that people like to say that the fetus is not a person. It doesn't have a mind. It lacks consciousness, which is all just not true under my views and a large majority of not only Republican but every view. It's due to the fact of bodily autonomy, as you're talking about. And the question necessarily isn't bodily autonomy. I agree, bodily autonomy is very morally important. But if the fetus is a living human being, which we can agree with, or a living human organism, which we can agree with because it's living and it's a Homo sapien, so then the issue doesn't simply fall on the fact that a woman controls her body. It's also what obligations do we have towards another human life that's dependent upon us. With the same logic, you're saying that a 2-week-old baby that's been born, because it's still dependent on the energy of the mother, that it's not directly, even if you don't do breastfeeding, it's still not directly dependent, but it is dependent on the mother and the father, or lack of a father, lack of a mother. So you're still dependent on the energy. So with your same argument, I could say it's okay to just unalive a newborn baby, but I wouldn't say that. I think that's absurdity.
That's not true, though, because a newborn baby, you can absolutely transfer the obligation to anybody else. Anybody else can take care of that newborn. A fetus can't be transferred into another person's womb.
Yeah, but but the obligation is still falling upon somebody. There's still an obligation from
but
another
the
human
obligation
being.
is falling upon somebody. It's not falling upon that pregnant person, though. That pregnant person can give up obligation. They don't have to remain pregnant, or just because of the fact that you think that they shouldn't have to. That's called gestational slavery.
No, it's not gestational slavery. Slavery would be slavery would be the proper gestational slavery. No, that's just a claim that's a societal claim that's not even agreed by anybody. Other than like a socialist democratic party, and even very few of the socialist democratic party would disagree
So do you
with that.
think because opinions we should make laws, and because of religion we should make laws? Because that's what you're trying to say. In my opinion,
I don't.
and because of my religion or my views, this.
Yeah,
There's
so I don't have a
reason
religion. I'm an
why
agnostic.
religion
I'm an
is
agnostic
separated.
theist. I'm an agnostic theist. I have no religious views. I have views of morality and subjective morality, and I don't think you can
But I have
take a
to agree
subjective
with
morality
Tribal
view with a
because
standpoint.
I have to agree with Tribal because you have been coming up here saying, "Well, I think," and this should, but we're at the shoulda, coulda, wouldas, and I think, and you're talking about your opinions and your views. I don't. We don't
It's a
need to
moral
be getting
standpoint
around.
view.
Oh, you want to talk about morality?
Yeah, well, it's a subjective morality standpoint.
Okay, so isn't it?
What is happening?
That's this idiot up here. Sorry. So you're talking about the morality when I was trying to mention to you morality regarding the Dilley, Texas detention centers where there's actual babies there.
Yeah, I don't think
violently ill.
Yeah, and I openly said that that's wrong. I think that we should allocate, like the $20 million we've tried to allocate to the electric gloves. We should allocated that money towards detention centers and things of that nature. I don't think it's a moral standpoint because while yes, they have broken the law, they have not done anything that is inherently a terrible thing. Well, they have broken a federal law that's a misdemeanor. They broke a federal misdemeanor.
They have not broken a law yet. Oh
How?
my God!
Being here illegally is breaking the law.
Okay,
It's a federal misdemeanor.
Hold on, you cannot say that. There's that big fucker. I know it's right around me. Okay, first of all, the people that are in detention centers right now, currently, 73% of those people have not committed any crimes whatsoever. They have no criminal history. They have not been convicted of a crime whatsoever.
Are they an undocumented immigrant? I'm asking.
Hold on. We cannot determine that until they see a judge. So until then, they are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. But if you're not providing persons their due process, as the Constitution states clearly in the 14th Amendment, Guys, that things around me, I'm scared. Um, so they're not being provided their due process. How are we going to know if they came in illegally or not? One, two, you do realize that that a person can be charged under USC 8 USC 1325 and then be released under 8 USC 1158. So asylum is not an illegal crossing. You don't have to go through a port of entry.
Yeah, I didn't claim anything about asylum. Asylum is a different, completely thing. If you claim asylum and get approved for asylum with your family or other means, then yeah, you are here legally, granted the time. The legal framework, and when you talk about like the Fifth and the 14th Amendment to protect all people, that becomes a very, I guess, touchy subject due to the fact of a lot of people will say that deportation would be due process, but it is a lack of due process, and I would agree with that statement. The legal framework of it, with the hearings and stuff like that, I think that's not necessarily a problem with deportation. I think it's a problem with our justice system and the overwhelming amount of people we have in the justice system because of the crime rates we have in all of the U.S. So I think that's a bigger problem than the fact of deportation. If we had a less overran system when it comes to judges and juries and things like that, and we had people who weren't tossing out their jury duty papers, and we had more judges that were competent, then I think we would have less of an issue when it comes to something like this. I completely agree with you. I think that the actual camps are immoral. I think they've been immoral since 2003 when they were officially established by ICE. The living conditions are not as good as they should be. I don't think they should have perfect living conditions. They shouldn't be in a 5-star hotel, but I think it should be slightly better than a prison, and I can agree with that statement. Totally.
Absolutely. And we did have the Langford bill that was introduced in 2023, and it was a bipartisan bill and was going to be passed in 2024 so we could reform our immigration system. But then we had Trump go ahead and kill that bill, right? So with that being
Well, no,
said,
he didn't kill that bill. The
yes, he
House of
did.
Representatives killed that bill.
No, he
House
did.
of Representatives killed that
We
bill.
can look it up. Fact check me. He did it because he wanted to run off of mass deportation. Matter of fact, there's a whole video from Langford himself, which is a Republican, by the way, who wrote that bill. And Langford talks about his job being, his actual career being, you know, uh, basically they were threatening his career, not him, not just him, but other people as well. So if you go look it up, who killed that bill? It was La Trompa. La Trompa wanted to run off of mass deportation, which is fine, right? He got the seat, became president. Why doesn't he just bring that same bill out, rename it if he doesn't want to give Biden the credit, and reintroduce it so we can reform our immigration, which is going to provide us more judges, more personnel, more attorneys, more ICE agents, more Border Patrol agents. They're going to have better, surveillance equipment, just better equipment across the board. There was so much in that bill. It was a great bill.
Yeah, so I'm looking at the bill right now. It was shot down. It was not shot down by President Trump. He went against the bill, but it was officially shot down in the House of Representatives after getting passed through Congress. Not just Trump, but Trump did openly speak out against the bill. The problem with that bill is the fact of our budget at that time was terrible and rebalancing the budget was needed. So that bill could not be put in place due to the amount of money we needed, but also the ending, the Catch and Release Act of 2023. And then you talk about the Asylum Reform, Border Protection, and Southeast Asia Deportation Reflect Act, and also the DREAM Act were all terrible, terrible acts that were put in place by Kamala Harris and Biden. And we had to take all of those out. And Kamala Harris actually in her presidency running in 2023.
Himself. The bill was written by Langford, a Republican.
Yeah, I'm talking about other. Yeah. I didn't say that it was or wasn't. It was a great bill. I support the bill. I don't know why Trump didn't support that bill. It was the fact that we didn't have the budget to support that bill.
Budget for other nonsense like the ballroom, the pool, the Florida detention center, which wasn't really a center; it was tents, right? How did he get all that money and couldn't budget for a bill that could have fixed a lot of problems that we had with the amount of judges that we don't have in order to process all these people?
Yeah, the judge problem is more of a competency problem and a lack of people who have the ability to be a judge or want to be a judge, because a judge doesn't pay as good as a lawyer, and more people would rather be a lawyer than a judge. Number one,
You're gonna tell me that within 48 hours of the bill was being released, the Senate Republicans reversed its course and killed their own negotiated deal.
No, they didn't kill their own
Yes,
negotiated
they
deal. When
did. The
once
Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell admitted he had been overruled by his own GOP members. House Speaker Mike Johnson and Trump conceded it has no path to passage. Senator John Kennedy put it bluntly: the bill is deader than 4 o'clock.
yeah, that's what I said. They shot down the bill. And when you look at that
Lambert
bill,
himself later confirmed that on, Fox Entertainment, who told him it's your colleagues in your party, sir, who torpedoed this. They killed it, ironically, not Democrats. Langford agreed, right? It was, and it was painful to watch it get stirred up in all presidential politics. Langford also revealed a popular conservative media figure had demanded he not even address immigration until after the election, and that the GOP colleagues started looking for ways out once Trump signaled he wanted immigration to remain a live campaign issue.
yeah, and like I said, it was just due to a budget fact that we could not support that bill. We also had to shoot
But we
down,
can support,
not shoot down, but take off a
but we
lot of
can
acts.
we can support military at our border. That's $7 million a day. Also, these
Yeah,
immigration. You know how much money? Matter of fact, they spent $250,000 on one immigrant, sending him from one place to another. It was crazy how many places they sent him to. So many different detention centers. One immigrant, $250,000. Oh my God! Just to release him, anyways. So you're okay with all
And
that
now,
money?
and they
yeah. What
also
was the name of
painted
that
the
immigrant?
damn border fence, which I don't understand why they did that. I think it was like not even a week and it melted off. But we don't got money to, I don't know, better the situation. Okay.
Yeah, I think we have. I think we're wrongly allocating the money. I can agree on that standpoint. But I think
Voted for
the
the person
primary
that's doing
focus.
it.
Yeah,
My
no.
goodness
So you
gracious.
act like Trump. Well, you act like Trump is the only one that has budgeting powers. Trump does not actually have the powers to
But he
budget, to
got the
reallocate funds.
ballroom approved and the pool and the
No,
nonsense of painting the damn border. Okay. Yeah. Whatever you say.
no. So what Trump's power is kind of and all presidency power is not what you think it is. Due to the way our government is set up, we have to go through multiple different systems for things to be in place. So you have to be supported by multiple things. We'll see this in November because I do believe that a large majority of the Senate will be Democratic, and I think the House is going to stay closer to a Republican. But I think the Senate's going to be largely Democratic, and we're going to see that whether things go up or down, it's not due to the fact that Trump's in office. It's due to the fact of the Senate and the House of Representatives and the political ideology that they stand with, and if they largely support Trump or not. When we look at people like, what's her name, Bavel, who is a Republican, who's running for Republican senator in Georgia, I believe. She actually goes against Trump in multiple different ways. So it's just because you're a Republican doesn't mean necessarily agree with Trump. It just depends on what you have in those seats. And those seats right now are not only predominantly Republican, they're predominantly Trump supporters. So if Trump brings an idea to the table, they're automatically going to say, oh, yeah, it's good without any single point of reference. They have nothing whenever they have a point of reference. And I think that's a very bad thing to have in the Congress and House of Representatives. So I can agree with you on that. The problem isn't the fact that we don't have the money. The problem is the fact that we're in an active conflict right now. The problem is the fact that we have allocated funds that we spent in the last 10 years that were not necessary. The problem is that we're funding countries that we have no business funding. The problem is that we're still in NATO and we're openly giving NATO countries money due to the fact of we're the largest country or second largest country in all of NATO. I believe we're the largest. So we're just doing things we don't need to be doing as the most powerful country in all of the world. Yet we're saying, oh, we're trying to help everybody. But then when we try to help everybody, it's looked down upon by 77 million people. That's the problem. There is not a single
And
country
with
in
all
all.
that, you still are okay in supporting Trump. Okay.
Yeah. I never said I support every single thing that Trump does. I support a large majority of what Trump has put in place and his top policies, such as manufacturing in the U.S., such as the drilling emergency, such as Paris Agreement, such as the new Canada deal that we've put in place. So many things. The government reform act.
What you realize what Canada's doing, like, to backfire that, right?
Yeah, they're doing equal tariffs. Yeah, and that's perfectly fine.
Dollar for dollar, and they're taking their business
Yeah, dollar for
elsewhere.
dollar.
How's that helping us?
Yes, because they're still giving us about $1 million.
Tariffs are not helping us at all. Who's the one that pays
Tariffs
the
are
tariffs?
actually largely.
Who pays
Yeah,
the tariffs?
tariffs are actually largely helping us by increasing a U.S. manufacturing
We
process,
don't
which
have
is
the infrastructure to be able to manufacture most of everything that we buy from China.
yeah, and do you know why that is? It's due to the fact of World War II, and after World War
But
II, we
where
were
is all
running.
that? But they're not putting money into the infrastructure right now to do it.
Yes, they
No,
actively
they're
are.
not. No,
They
they're
actively
not.
are.
No, they're not.
They're actively
are
are.
not actively
Companies are
doing
actually
that. No.
incentivized.
They're not
Companies, companies are.
Give me a name of one company that's putting some type of infrastructure somewhere, please.
Yeah, Apple,
Where?
Microsoft, any of the largest tech companies, Nvidia, like the largest tech companies. What do you mean? Where? You want a location or what?
Yes. What location are they building right now to do the thing with if they're building furniture, they're building the cars, they're building technology,
Yeah.
that they're building anything that's made out of plastic, I don't know, pencils, pens, paper, all of that.
Yeah,
I
we
want
can
to
talk
see. I
about.
want to hear you tell me what manufacturers, what companies are they building.
Yeah, we can talk about Apple. Apple has
You keep
increased
repeating
all of
the
their.
same thing over and over again.
I'm
Okay,
telling you.
Apple
I'm
is
giving
one.
you
Apple is
evidence.
one.
You know why? Because
Okay.
that's why he's
Apple,
repeating
Microsoft.
everything over and over
Apple,
again because he
Microsoft.
has it scripted.
No, I don't have it scripted. What are you talking about? I'm saying multiple different things. Apple, Microsoft, Nvidia, OpenAI, Claude. They're the biggest AI
Oh,
and
and you want to talk
manufacturing
about
instance
AI? You
companies.
mean the AI that are taking away all the water, and people have black water coming out of their sinks, and they're having blackouts in
That's
their
been a
houses?
problem. That's been a problem
Yeah?
since like the
Oh
early 1900s.
wow!
And also the
So there's a
water, and
problem.
also the water
No,
that
it hasn't, young man.
the
Like in Texas.
yes, it
Okay.
has.
No, it hasn't, young man, because my governor here,
Yes, it
this
has.
moron. Okay. No, it hasn't, because he comes out saying, "Oh, data centers are great." Blah 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 blah. But Texas would not be able to sustain such data centers.
Yeah, Texas because of the heat. Yeah, 100%.
No, not just because of the heat. What are you talking about? It's because of
Yeah,
E-Rod.
data centers
It's because of
they need a
E-Rod.
cooled area.
It's because of E-Rod.
That could be that's also an implication. They're needed. They're.
Stop speaking over me, dude.
I'm not. I'm trying to make a point. You just both of y'all keep talking. I
Shut
have
up.
multiple
Shut up.
people
I
that
don't
continue
care.
to
I'm the
talk.
fucking host, bro. Shut up.
That makes it a
Like, you just
democracy.
been going on and on and on and on and on. We literally
Well, I'm
shut
giving
up.
you evidence, and
No,
you disagree with it.
we literally shut our mouths literally for a long ass fucking time, so you could go on and on and on and on. I was able to finish my meal while you were talking, so I gave you plenty of fucking time to talk. Shut your freaking mouth.
Same here, Ray. I literally finished my dinner.
Right, Isabella? Me too. Bro, I'm telling you, it's not just about heat. We could have a spike in a freeze that could just shut down an entire grid. What I'm telling you is because of our grid, we're not able to sustain the data centers. Okay, we've only got up the maximum we've gone up is 4 gigawatts. Would you like to hear the governor? What he said? I'll be more than happy to play that shit for you. You would like.
Yeah, I'm okay. I just don't understand why we're talking about water when they use recycled water.
I'm not talking about water, bro. I am literally talking about the grid.
What about the grid? The power grid? You're talking about power?
I'm talking about the grid in Texas, yes.
Yeah, I'm okay.
And I'm telling you that our grid
Again,
would
I
not
don't
be
want to
able
focus on one state because
we
there's
would not
50
be
of them.
able. Oh my God. I'm trying to give you an example. It's not just about water, dude. It's about electricity.
I didn't say anything about water. You said power grid. Yeah, power grid. And I don't think Texas is a sustained state. It should be in other states that have better electrical fields and better reusable power and wind farms and electrodynams. I mean, the biggest places where AI centers are at, that's a big thing.
Where?
Such as you're asking, like, what state?
Yeah.
Is that what you're asking?
what I'm asking. That's what you're typing in,
You're on
right?
a delay. No, I'm asking you. What do you want? I'm asking the question. You're on a
What
delay. I
state?
can't hear you. What states have AI data centers? I think Virginia has a lot, due to its weather conditions and stuff like that. Georgia has a lot. I think Arizona, California, I know has a lot, but they have been there forever. I mean, yeah, places that have good recyclable energy, great
But
weather
that's
conditions.
okay. So,
They have water that can be
but that's
recycled.
not their focus now, is it? It's not just those states, right? That's not the
What do you
only.
mean those
Those are
states?
not the only states that are going to be utilizing
Here, I can
data
look up.
centers, right?
Yeah, hold on. I'll look up all the states that are using data centers right now. Yeah, the only states that have an actual form of data center at the moment would be Illinois, Arizona, Ohio, Georgia, California, Virginia, Texas.
Okay.
Those are the only places that
Okay.
have
So how? And
AI data centers.
again, Texas, right?
Yeah, Texas.
And you
No.
said, why are we going to focus on one state?
They
You know how many people are in the state? It could throw off our entire fucking grid.
the exact number.
It could take. It could.
Yeah.
Those data centers. Oh my god, I need that. Those data centers alone in Texas could take out our entire grid.
Yeah. So you just are against data? You're against AI? Is that what you're saying?
I'm against.
you-
I'm against how they are proposing it here in my state. Yes, I'm against that because of our
Gotcha.
electrical grid. Because it's already been. It's already shut down once. So I know if it can shut down once, it can shut down again. And they never upgraded it. They never fixed it like they said they were.
Yeah, so I think that's a state problem, not an AI data center problem. I think it's a problem of the state not using.
Why would they still put the AI data centers in Texas, knowing that?
Yeah, because it's not Texas doing that; it's entrepreneurs that live in Texas due to the taxes.
Why would they allow entrepreneurs to do something like that in Texas, knowing that it could, hurt us?
Because they make more money. Because Texas makes money.
But we wouldn't be able to make money if our electricity goes out, right? Again,
Yeah, the
let me
electricity
go
should be
ahead.
rebuilt.
Let me go ahead and let me go ahead and play what hold on. Tube, if y'all see something, let's see here. I apologize for y'all seeing stuff. 1 second.
Facts, 305, facts.
Oh, here we are.
Made me richer too.
You wouldn't be on TikTok if you were richer.
Yeah, that's a fucking blatant lie.
People who have money can't go on TikTok.
You is not rich. Shut up, little baby boy. You are not rich. You probably still live with mommy and daddy. Miss me with a boo schnizzle.
Okay, that's cool. I've never knew my father and barely knew my mother, but okay, go ahead.
Oh, okay. Well, was it foster care?
Yeah, foster care, and I was emancipated at 15.
Or emancipated at 15? Oh,
Mm-hmm. Had my own apartment at 16.
much luck to you. You must have had that money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've been working my own job since I was 14.
What do you do?
Right now, I'm in sales.
In sales since you were 15?
No, I've been in sales since I was 19. 18, 19.
Okay, sorry guys, it's not letting me play.
The highest amount of power the state has ever provided at any moment in time is 91 gigawatts of power. The current demand by the AI data centers in the queue right now is more than 500% of that, more than 470 gigawatts. It is mathematically impossible for the power grid to be able to have that level of power demand on a grid. But to make matters worse, in the last session, legislation required all data centers to provide to the PUC information about their current power usage as well as fewer power usage, in addition to current water usage and future water usage. Less than 10% of those businesses responded to that information request. That would be like giving you a 100-piece puzzle, saying you have to solve this, but I'm only going to give you 9 pieces of the puzzle to build out the entire puzzle. That's a position the PUC and ERCOT have been put in. And I say we cannot do business that way. We need all of the information available before any decisions can be made about ERCOT, how to provide power across the entire state. I know that by putting the pause.
So I'm just saying, so that's concerning for me. So these entrepreneurs that you're talking about, that you're saying that they're the ones that are doing that here in Texas. Yeah, that 100% does concern me. Beck, I'm so sorry, Mama. Want to introduce yourself while I freaking get this motherfucking fly that's around me? Come on through, babe.
Hi, my name's Beck. I live in Kentucky. How you doing? Love your live.
I'm fine, Mama. Thank you. I will seek you. Thank you for supporting me. I appreciate you. Come on through. I think you wanted to tell them something, right? You're welcome
I
to
want
come on.
to tell a story about immigration.
Go for it, Beck.
Sales, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. So my in-laws were missionaries in Mexico in the late 60s. 3 of their 4 children were born there. 1 was adopted. They came back to the United States in the early 70s, okay, when the children were still toddlers. It took the adopted child through the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, the 2010s to get her immigration status straightened out. When Trump came into office, that was all revoked. They are making criminals and then putting them in cages.
Yep.
That's the whole story I want to give you.
Because like Beck said, these people are listen, immigrants should not wait anywhere from 10 to 25 years to become a U.S. citizen, or like Beck just said, over 30 years. And there's a lot of cases that are like that out there. It should not take immigrants that long. 1. 2, we need immigration reform. What Trump is doing right now by rounding up people and just throwing them in detention centers is not deportation or mass deporting.
So would you rather them be mass deported directly without
We
due
already
process?
had a mass deportation under Obama, which is why he's called the deporter in chief. When Trump took over his first term, Obama left him with a clean slate so that he could start reforming the immigration system. Obama, at the end of his second term, urged that the next president focus on reforming the immigration system. He said, although I have been able to successfully deport so many people or immigrants, we still need immigration reform, regardless, because our system is so old. And there's no talk about immigration reform. So what we're doing is shoving people into detention centers, purchasing warehouses that have already been purchased. The ones that were able to be stopped, they were able to be stopped. But the ones that the purchases went through, they went through. For instance, like the one here in San Antonio, Texas, at 542 Southeast Loop 410, San Antonio, Texas. Again, 542 Southeast Loop 410. That is meant to hold up to 1,500 immigrants. So we are basically, I'm going to say what it's called, concentration camps. That's what it is.
Yeah, I understand how that view is correct, and I agree with that view. But
You
like,
voted for this, right? You voted
yeah,
for
but
this.
Obama did the same
No, he
thing.
did not.
Yeah, okay, I'm looking right now.
And released That's the difference. He catched
Yeah,
and
so Obama, at the height of his presidency, held 7.3 million different people in an active deportation system without due process in 2014 of the surge
That wasn't.
built during the Bush administration. So Bush built these concentration camps, as you call them. Obama used them. So did Trump, and then Trump built more.
Bush, that was Bush's policies, and that had to do with Gitmo and the TS attack during 9/11. That's where it had to be fixed, but it couldn't be fixed until Obama went into his second term, which he completely changed it around to focus on those who are,
Yeah, baby, come
were
here.
in prison, those who had committed heinous crimes that needed to be deported, those who had deportation orders of deportation, and also the expedited removal act is what he utilized the most. So he did not have
Sorry,
people shoved
can you say that last part again? I'm sorry. Can you say the last part again?
expedited removal, the act that was signed in by Bill Clinton in 1996. Trump
Hmm.
utilized that bill, expedited removal bill. It's you were caught within 150 miles, air miles or ground miles, and you could be deported, or if you were here in the country for 2 weeks or less. Now Trump changed it to 2 years or less. It's still not working. We do not have the adequate amount of judges so that they can process these claims. So that way we can figure out who should be deported and who should be given a pathway to citizenship.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. We're using due process. Obama didn't use due
Oh,
process.
yes, he did.
Yeah, a large
The
majority of the
the
people, a large
expedited
majority of the
removal,
undocumented immigrants were
the
not
expedited
given due
removal.
process through the court system.
That was the Expedited Removal Act, and yes, they do get a very it's basically like a speedy trial, a speedy hearing. Yes, they still get due process. The only
Yeah,
time there wasn't any due process, and there was issues regarding due process, is when the TIAs were being sent to Gitmo.
wait, I know. Come here. Sorry. Yeah. So yeah, but he still went with that act against the Constitution
That
without giving a
was
form of due process.
Bush's.
He changed the form of due process,
Yes, he
and
did change it. It
Bush
was
gave
Bush. It was
yeah,
Bush's
which is
policy.
unconstitutional. Yeah, I
It was
agree.
Bush's
Bush did wrong.
policy.
Yeah, Bush did wrong. Obama did wrong. Trump did wrong. So yeah, I don't know where we're bringing up Obama
No,
like he's the saint.
no, I'm not saying that he's a saint,
You
but
brought up
that
okay.
was
First of all,
that was
All
Bush's
three of them did
policy,
terrible.
bro. Okay,
you
I'm gonna
brought
bring it.
Obama up. You're the one that keeps bringing Obama up, and
No, I
majority
didn't bring
of the
Obama up.
people that voted for Trump either bring up Obama or Biden or anyone
Yeah,
else
I didn't bring
except
Obama
for
up.
yes, you did. We were
No, I brought
talking
up
about the
Bush.
deportation
Yeah,
going
under
Yeah, you
on,
Bush.
and you
said.
bring up Obama.
Yeah, you said
Oh,
Under
Obama.
Bush.
You said Obama. Obama deported without due process.
No,
Okay.
I said that after you talked about how Obama left a clean slate for Trump. I never brought up Obama's name. I brought up Bush's name, actually.
Okay. Well, exactly, because it was Bush. So the Migration
Yeah.
Policy Institute report found that under Obama's deportation system, only about 1/4 of people facing removal actually got to present their case before an immigration judge. There was a lot of actual protests that were going on about that. You probably don't remember because you were too little. But let's see here. Removal act to present their case before an immigration judge. The other 3/4 went through non-judicial expedited removal, fast tracking proceeding run entirely by DHS. So sometimes involving a single border agent acting as both judge and jury, with no lawyer and no chance to appeal. ACLU characterized this as the administration prioritizing speed over fairness. So, widely shared 2025 social media claim that stated more than 3 million people were deported under Obama, with 75 to 83% never seeing a judge. Snopes examined this and found that the core figures were largely accurate through the claim needs context. So, NBC News reported on Obama's rocket docket system specifically for Central American families and children started in 2014. 40,000 cases processed this way, with 70% of families going through immigration court. Going through immigration court. That lost my place. Immigration. Where am I? Immigration court entirely without legal representation. Decision in some cases made in as little as 24 hours. President of the National Association of Immigration Judges herself compared the proceedings to death penalty cases heard in traffic court settings. So let's go
So
to
they
the
had no representation.
hold on.
83% of them didn't go through a court system. It was at the border.
Hold on.
So Trump is trying to give due process just because it's
He's not
taking
giving due
longer.
process. That's a lie. He's not giving due process.
Well, if they're being held in these concentration camps as the host calls them,
It's true that the Obama era deportations happened through expedited administrative process rather than a judge. That's real, and that's
no?
heavily documented, included by the ACLU itself, nonetheless. But it's misleading if represented as something unique to Obama or invented by him. It's the standing U.S. immigration enforcement framework since 1996, which I was talking to you about, the expedited removal.
Yeah, and that's what I
So what
claimed. I
he
said it's been
did,
a problem since back then.
that's not a problem. That was the
It's
Expedited
by
Removal
far a
Act.
problem. Yeah,
That
and I
was the
don't support that.
that was whether you support it or not, it is an act. It was signed
It's
in
not real due
1996.
process.
In 1996, it was signed. Legally, he could use that expedited removal. Do I agree
Yeah,
with it? No, I don't agree with everything. Okay. And I do have, moral aspects of it. I'm not disagreeing. What I'm trying to tell you is that at the end of the day, he legally utilized the expedited removal law. Trump is not utilizing the expedited removal law. What he's doing is
exactly.
rounding up people and just shoving them in detention centers.
Yeah, because we're trying to give them real due process, which is taking a longer process, but it goes against what all Republicans disagree, which would be that expediting system.
Provide me a source stating that Trump is trying to get real due process for these people, and that's what's taking him so long.
Yeah, gotcha. I have it pulled up. Hold up. Give me 1 second. My daughter is like sitting on my lap. Here, sit on the couch. Here. Alexis, can you take her real quick? Thank you. I know. I'm coming. I'm coming. Give me a minute. Not tonight. No. No. Oh, what was I looking for? Sorry.
I kind of forgot myself. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm sorry. She's trying to
No, it's okay.
watch Bluey.
Oh, she baby. Let me see.
It's annoying.
Dang it. We were talking about oh, them being stuck in there and the due process that you're saying that's what they're trying to do is give them due process, and that doesn't seem to be the case because Mario, you know what you could do? You can get the fuck out of my life. I'm just saying. So let's go back to the Obama era and then let's compare it to La Trompa. Wait, probably getting a little tired.
Listen. Yeah, I got you. The migrationpolicyinstitute.org. Due to Trump's open appeal against the Expedited Removal Act, he is appealing. He is pushing for shorter appeal terms by through bypassing certain court systems that can be cut off while still being able to have an active hearing with the judge with less than 10 to 30 days. While this process has been pushed against by multiple parties, this is what Trump claims as, and he quotes, the best way to make sure these people are safe. Being an active, well, I can agree with that. But being an active constitutionalist, Trump agrees that the Expedited Removal Act is directly against the Constitution with the 14th and the 6th Amendment.
But where is it that you're saying that he's giving due process after they get deported?
Yeah, not after you get due process and then you get deported, or you don't get deported. It depends on the court hearing. So he's actively pushing against the Expedited Removal Act so he can give a more constitutional form of due process, which is what I do support. Now, am I saying he's doing that perfectly? Obviously not. It's the same way where we can admit that Obama, Bush, and other presidencies have not done it perfectly.
Obama or Bush.
Yeah, I'm not saying I'm not talking about them. I'm saying no president. Okay, oh my God. It's just I can't make an actual topic and you just get upset. Okay, I got you. So only Trump. I'm not saying he's doing a great job with what he's doing, but the ideals behind of what he is doing of giving them a better form of due process that's more aligned with the Constitution is overall a better remedy compared to the Expedited Removal Act, which is giving them little to no due process. And if you claim that it's due process, it's a change of the Constitution, which would have to be passed by 35 states. That's my claim, and that's why I'm saying while it's not perfect, it's a lot better than not giving these undocumented immigrants due process, which they should get due to the 14th and the 6th Amendment. They should get a fair, speedy trial. They should have a jury of their peers, and they should also have rights to appeal. Rights to appeal. So yes, I do think that the way that Trump is going about it is not perfect, but I do think that Trump is going about it in the best way he can at the moment without using the Expedited Removal Act. Yes.
I mean, he should be utilizing the Expedited Removal Act because that would actually give them a speedy due process, and we wouldn't have so many immigrants being, caught up in these detention centers in such dire conditions. I wanted to point something else that you had brought up, and my mind's like, oh, I'm getting a little tired.
No, you're good. I'm about to go because I have to go make pizza and watch Bluey. But
Yeah.
it was great talking to y'all.
Yeah,
I
so
hope
it's
y'all have a
over
wonderful
at
night.
me. You're welcome anytime. I like to
I
have people
appreciate
that
it.
know how to debate and not have like, you know what I mean?
I appreciate it.
I
Yep, and I
appreciate
mean
you.
you're very well informed as well. I
You
can
are
admit
you
that
are
point.
as well. You are as well. And I see that.
I appreciate it.
Thank
Y'all
you,
have a good
so
one.
you as well.
How you doing? How you been?
Who dis? Parker?
Parker.
Hello,
I'm not.
Parker.
How you been? I'm 19 now.
You're 19 now?
Yeah, I'm 19.
Oh my god, time be flying. I'm
I
telling
just
y'all.
wanted to stop by. I just wanted to stop by and say hi.
Hola. Thank you for coming through. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Have a great night.
You have yourself a lovely night and week. I hope to see you again. Yeah, it is a false equivalency because that's what I was trying to get to, Beck, but I'm like this. What what I was gonna try to say is that so okay, so Trump obviously knows we lack immigration judges. Otherwise, he would not have tried to get 900 military attorneys to be judges. Whose birthday is it, Becca? I mean, Beck, you're so sweet. She's so kind and sweet. Okay, so I just want to throw this out there. So the dissenting judge in that very ruling, Obama appointed Judge Robert Wilkins, argued the policy does deprive people of due process rights, and this is generally contested, actively litigating a legal question, not a settled one. And a court just ruled 2-1, not unanimously. So, immigrant advocacy group Make the Road New York, which brought the lawsuit, responded if allowed to move forward, it would severely undermine due process and lead to countless unjust or wrongful deportations. Um, but I will tell you that, and the reason why I want to say, so bottom line, the claim that Trump is trying to provide due process for immigrants is not supported by the documented policy record. Um, his administration's signature immigration enforcement action has been to dramatically expand the categories of people who have been deported with no hearing before a judge and to use case dismissal specifically to circumvent existing court proceedings already in progress. Federal courts, including Biden appointed a district judge, found that this is likely unconstitutional, and appeals court has since allowed it to resume on a divided 2-1 vote, with the dissent explicitly agreeing due process is being violated. This is a live, contested legal fight. But trying to provide due process is the opposite of what the actual policy records show. It's like the proof is in the pudding, right?
Exactly, and that's what I was trying to tell him. Like, he's saying that they're giving them due process, but there's so many sources stating that they're not. They're either stuck in the detention center with not being able to see their lawyers, or they're just sent wherever, because there's even people being sent other places that they're not even from. So there's a problem there. You can't claim something and then the reports are the complete opposite.
Exactly, Chabela. And listen, even a federal judge already ruled that this violates the Constitution. It's been ruled. I mean, and an appeals court let it resume anyway on a 2-to-1 vote, with the dissenting judge saying due process is exactly what's being violated, and that's not providing due process. Like, that's a live court flight over whether it's being denied. And excuse me, about the deportations in the first term, Obama's first term, absolutely 100%. It was due to the Gitmo situation. We look a little further into that. And in all honesty, there was a lot of protests going on regarding deportations, with Obama. But Obama did make it very clear to the American people that we still need it's not done. It's not over. We need immigration reform. And, if Trump would have just, I don't know, called Obama and said, "Hey, bro, help me out here. I wasn't expecting to get the seat, but I got it anyways. Help me out." But I mean, we all know that he's too prideful to do something like that. But I'm sure Obama. Go ahead, Mama.
I was gonna say he's just too petty. Like Trump is too petty to be able to work with the other side, even if they don't stand for the same things. Like there's too much pettiness going on where they can't even figure it out. It's a mess.
It's a huge mess, Mama, and I would not be surprised of it being and continuing to be a goddamn mess. Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, we're gonna come to some really, really messy situations that we have to look forward to, unfortunately. Okay, Loris Wagner. But the thing is, we are not deporting. And the handful of persons who have been deported, they haven't been given their due process. One. Two, like, why are we deporting them to third world countries? Yeah, exactly, Beg. Like a freaking toddler. Like, I just can't. So, with all of that said, I want to go ahead and say shout out to everybody over on the tube and for y'all sticking around listening to me this entire time. I will be on tomorrow and I look forward to seeing you guys. Thank you all so much for your support over in the tube. And the ones that have sticked with me over here on TikTok, I love you guys so much. I appreciate y'all. Oh my God. So
Thank
much.
you, Riot,
You're
for what you
welcome.
do.
Thank you, mamas. I appreciate it. And I promise, I'm going to be changing some stuff up so we can actually, I'm trying to get the callers to be able to talk to you guys and vice versa. And then I'm going to work on being able to screen share a video so we can maybe have a video night. And, thank you, Bag. I appreciate you. And that way we can have like, maybe like something important. Okay. But don't forget, my link is in the bio over on the tube. I know y'all are not used to this, but my link is in the description. Click on the link, and then you can join my Discord. You can join my TikTok channel, and also because I in Discord I always announce stuff in Discord. So just if y'all want a heads up, if y'all want to give me any feedback, I appreciate it, and I'm ready to bring me the feedback. Yeah, Doris, keep telling your the self that, okay, honey bunches of bugs. So, thank you. You guys have a beautiful night over on the tube. Después nos vemos, mis amigos. I'll see you later, my beautiful friends.